Huh.
All right, so, Cleus, what kind of fun facts you got for us today?
Let's think here. I feel like I've learned something in this past couple weeks.
I kind of doubt it.
Kian got engaged.
I did.
Yeah, I learned that.
Kian, you want to hear the key to having boys for if you're are breeding?
Okay.
Have it almost the whole way out. That's what I've heard. And then do
Now,
it.
this is according to James Jones.
Because the boys swim
Grandma
faster.
You go 2 to the left, 2 to the right, down in the middle, and leave a little drizzle.
Well, the problem is
I
can't.
saw that. I saw that video.
The problem is that means that's at least 5 strokes, and I can only give you 2.
That's true. And I can't really aim it. It's all just one way. Like
I bet you're just riding the left side, ride the right side, ride the middle. And
You gotta pick it. You gotta pick a side and stick to it.
Little hip motion.
It's like you're doing the Macarena or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Some kind of hip dance. Like you're Shakira.
So congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I did.
Oh, man, when you talk like
Let's
that.
start off with this. Stick taps for King getting engaged.
Yeah.
Stick taps for the boys.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
We're so
Oh, stick taps on the ceiling.
We're so
Stick taps all around.
We're good.
we're so proud of you.
High stick.
Yeah, you should get flagged for that.
Yep. 2-minute penalty, minor penalty, high sticking.
So, Cleus, what are you gonna tell us that's gonna make me laugh?
I don't know if I have anything, to be honest with you.
Damn, he's dry today.
Kick him off the podcast.
I haven't
I hate when it's dry.
He's all dry.
That's
Me
a
too.
terrible way to send it to the intro, Cletus.
Shoot. We gotta think here.
He's burning up.
Yep. It's smoky.
I should have something good.
You did take 2 naps today, so your brain should be
I took
charged.
1 nap today. You count sleep as nap?
Well,
night nap.
a little night nap.
I took a little night nap, yeah.
That's a good little thing here. What separates a nap from a sleep?
It's all about time of the
That's
day.
about time of day.
Okay, so
Yeah, I took a nap
But
before
if you work
this.
night turn and you sleep during the day.
okay, so if you
Yeah.
fall asleep at 5 in the evening and you wake up at midnight, and
Been there.
then you
That's 7 hours you slept.
then you're awake until 1 o'clock in the morning. Then you sleep until 7 in the morning.
No.
And then go
And
to
you
work.
sleep too
You're only
much.
up for an
So,
hour.
so you had two separate sleeps.
You're only up
No,
for an hour.
I'd
the
say
first
that's
one was a
one
nap.
whole
The
sleep.
first one was a nap.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's one.
whole
See,
that's
this
one
is
whole
the
sleep.
problem.
The
No.
problem is, who the hell sleeps that much?
Cletus does.
Well, he's an
I've done
idiot.
it. I've done it.
He also might be inbred.
One time I went to take a nap at 6, and I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. And I just laid on my. I went up, took a pee, laid on my phone for about half an hour, went back to bed, and I ended up getting like 13 and a half hours of sleep.
Speaking of Cletus being inbred, you should see his Ancestry.com family tree.
It's a stump.
It is wild.
You paid for Ancestry.com?
No.
Well, it's just weird because like Cletus and his sister are supposed to be beside each other, but Cletus is married to his
she's
sister.
her daddy.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, so it's.
How do you guys look it up? Just look up your name on Ancestry.com for free?
I'm just joking. Cletus, I don't think he's that inbred.
No.
Probably at least like second cousins,
Yeah.
not sisters.
Not first
Maybe
cousins.
maybe a
though.
few firsts sprinkled in there.
Yeah, just for fun.
You know what they say.
When you're desperate, you're desperate.
Family.
Oh,
What were you going to say first?
Keep it pure.
I was just gonna say when you're desperate, you're desperate.
That too.
Well, Cleus is pretty desperate.
Not really. Just give up hope.
He's always got tiki cups in his right hand.
Yep.
Snap on.
And
Actually, it's his
Raven
left hand
noodles.
because of Buffalo.
It's just water.
Buffalo.
Jinx, you owe me a beer.
It's actually lemon water.
You're drinking Roy's lemon water?
Yeah,
The
he
dude
gets
is
it
off-
for free.
The dude is off beer, and you're taking his lemon water. The only thing else he has.
Shit's good.
He just takes whatever Roy has.
Keg.
Dill
Okay, don't
pickles.
take it.
Rory doesn't buy dill pickles. He hates pickles.
You stole my dill pickles.
They're good.
He stuck his hand in the jar.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
let's head to the intro. I don't have it memorized like you guys. Welcome back to Last All Sports Talk Podcast. Today is Wednesday, June 26, 2024, and here on episode 29, I'm joined by Isaac Gunnell, Kean Crop, Cody Crop, and Cletus Smith. On today's episode, we're going to start off with the latest around the league, followed by a trip around the world of sports, including NBA, NHL, MLB, UFL, golf, boxing, UFC, NASCAR, Moto, and Supercross.
What?
Yeah, we're doing something different today. We all woke up, shaved our balls for once, and we're
Yeah.
here.
Definitely didn't.
Okay.
You guys did.
Speak for yourself.
I waxed.
I was about to say I prefer waxing.
Holiday?
And who waxes in the morning, anyways?
That's true. What?
Cletus, I guess, because
Every time's morning whenever you wake up.
I just mean,
It's morning right now for me. I woke up from
Yeah.
about a 45-minute nap.
Yeah.
So.
No, it was that.
Good morning, boys.
Morning. Morning. Top of the moon. Morning to you, laddie.
top of the Morgan to you. The latest around the league. Jags and quarterback Trevor Lawrence agreed on a 5-year, $275 million contract extension with $200 million guaranteed, and Lawrence's new contract is tied with Joe Burrow for the greatest yearly average salary in the NFL at $55 a year.
Do you remember who third is, Crop?
Kyler
Any crop?
Murray.
Yeah. It's Goff.
It is Goff.
Yeah.
What a crazy top three.
Yeah.
You go
Wild.
based off potential, hope he's not injured,
Yeah.
and Goff.
Yes.
No more needs to be said. Carson, you're the Trevor Lawrence stand here. Is it worth it?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
$40
Didn't
million guaranteed.
he still have a year left on his rookie contract?
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't take effect till the year after. So he
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
mean,
gets-
they should have waited another
Actually,
year.
he's still got 2 years left.
No.
'Cause he's got
Yeah.
the fourth year.
No,
and then
because
he's
got
next year I bet you they would have paid him probably $300 million.
I don't know how much. I
It all
don't.
depends on if he does something.
Also
And he
depends
still
on
hasn't really
inflation.
done anything.
He blew a 30-point lead in the playoffs.
They did do that.
I
No,
watched that
he
game.
overcame a 30-point lead. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
I won.
Herbert's the one that blew the,
Yeah.
Herbert's the one that blew the 30-point
I was gonna
lead.
say Trevor Lawrence won me quite a bit of money that night because I bet against the Chargers whenever they were down or whenever they were up by quite a bit. Oh wait, no. I bet on it before the game. I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't have the balls.
Staley
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, I just I don't believe in Justin Herbert.
This deal's not worth it, anyways.
That's
Well,
expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive, but I guess inflation of the salary cap.
Yeah, it's a
and-
long deal.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
got his 4th year, and then he's got his 5th year,
Yeah.
and then it gets into the 5 years. So if he sucks dick
So
these
he has
next 2 years,
there's 7 years.
yes,
Yeah,
Wow.
so I mean, he can do nothing the next 2 years.
he's under contract until he turns 32. He's under contract until after the 2030 season is over. 2030.
I think that's actually a good deal for the team then if
It
he
is a good deal.
because he does have a lot of potential.
He does.
But he's never had a team around him to really unleash it.
He's like Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk is by far the best player on his entire team.
Yeah, the other receivers drop like 7 touchdowns or something this year.
Yeah.
And,
That was a funny highlight video.
so many third down
They
conversions.
had Calvin Ridley,
Yeah.
and they
Zay
considered
Jones.
him a 1. They didn't even use Christian Kirk.
Well, he was injured half the season.
Yeah, he was injured half the season. He was a dog the first half, though.
Evan Ingram
He
was
was.
their wide receiver 1, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the
Most touchdowns.
4th or 5th most receptions in the league for all receivers.
Yeah, it was something crazy like 110 or something.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a lot.
Which I guess a lot of those are probably check downs, and that's the way it's structured. So they also really haven't let him sling it a whole lot. But when he does sling it, Calvin Ridley or Zay Jones drops it. So
Yep.
Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins officially signed his franchise tag tender, which seemed like it was taking forever. And Higgins is due to make roughly $21.8 million under the franchise tag in 2024.
You're going down, Chiefs. He's back.
I hope so.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's good for the Bengals.
Yeah, it's good for the league.
Yeah.
I saw that they said he's expected to still get traded.
Oh yeah, he'll be gone.
Yeah.
He'll be gone. There's no way he stays after this year.
The Bengals are extremely stupid if they don't trade him.
Like while he's on that franchise tag.
Yeah, if they just let him walk to free agency, they are dumb.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing, Cletus. Say you're like 10-3 or 11-2, and you think you can win the Super Bowl, you almost have to keep him because he would be a difference maker in the postseason.
That is true.
That's the counter argument to what you're saying, but I understand what you're saying.
I don't think they can. There's no way they can.
Not in that division.
They're gonna have to pay
You
Jamar
said
Chase so
they
much.
can't win the Super Bowl.
They can
this
win.
year?
They can.
No. I just said there's no way they can keep him. Even if they
Oh,
win
yeah,
the Super
yeah,
Bowl,
yeah.
he's gone.
Yes, I'm saying what Cletus said was that you could argue that fact because they might need him to make a deep postseason run.
Yeah.
Agreed.
If the Joe's healthy.
The Joe.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Joe Namath.
But they do have
So-
some Browning.
So say Joe Burrow say you're 4-0 and Joe Burrow goes
There's
down.
no way the Bengals are starting 4-0. They don't do that.
This is
Yeah.
this is
They
theoretical.
usually start like 1-3.
Or 0-4.
Yeah. Okay, this is theoretical. Say you're 4-0, and Joe Burrow goes down week 5, possibly season ending, but it's gonna be like he comes back week 18. Now, do you trade T. Higgins because you don't think
You
you're gonna
trade
make the
T.
playoffs?
Higgins for Joe Flacco.
Or do you hold him in hopes that Jake Browning can get you there, and then Burrow will be healthy for playoffs, and T. Higgins will be there?
Here's the problem if that happens, Carson. You just wasted money on Joe Burrow, who is very good when he's healthy, but a thing that you have to measure when giving people's contract is availability. It's like saying Cody's a great welder, but he just never shows up to work. That he's not really a great welder because he's only there one day a week.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow keeps getting hurt. They just piss that money away.
Yeah.
That would frustrate the hell out of me if I was the general manager of the Bengals.
Well, he's
what
only
the
had
hell?
one healthy season, I think.
Yeah.
So
But he made it to the Super Bowl.
he was a
so,
stallion in that season.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Joe's just got to stay healthy. I don't think. Yeah, if he goes down week 5, I don't know if they have.
And you're 4-0, so you really only need to win probably
6 more games.
6 or 7 more games.
You gotta go 6 and 7 the rest of the way.
If that would happen, I bet they would ride it out till week 8.
Yeah,
and
right,
then-
trade
They
deadline's right
have
on that.
to.
Recheck.
What week's the trade deadline? Week 10 or 9?
They just moved it.
They
They
moved
just
it back,
moved it.
but- It's roughly week 10, week 11, I think, though. Carson.
Have they added a second bye week yet?
They
Because
moved
I know
it
they're
They
talking about
should.
it.
They should add a second
not.
bye week and make it 20
It
games or
is,
something.
Yeah.
After week 9.
After week 9, November 5th.
Hmm.
So yeah, they definitely milk it out till the trade deadline, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Patriots and running back Ramondre Stevenson agreed to a 4-year, $36 million contract extension with 17 guaranteed.
Cody, your guy.
I didn't think he was worth
I
that.
do like that guy. Yeah.
Andre.
I mean,
It's only
I
$9
don't
million
know.
a year.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only $9
Oh, I
million
thought you
a
meant
year.
it's 4.25 guaranteed a year, so that's
yeah,
nothing.
So that's not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not a lot for a running back with some potential.
I'd rather just have some rookie
Yeah.
contract for a running back than
Yeah,
that.
probably.
Or Ezekiel Elliott.
Or Zeke. Zeke was actually good for them whenever he was not splitting the backfield with 4 other guys.
Yeah. 4 big guys.
And they bust in his eyes.
Seems like the Patriots are in a tough situation because it's like you aren't going to win. So do you just sign a veteran like this and worry about running back when you – because if they draft a rookie, that'd be a waste of a draft pick because that rookie's not going to do anything for them because they're never going to make a playoff push. But if they sign him, so then they have him for the next 4 years, hopefully they can get up to par and then they can draft a running back to have his rookie contract for.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me. I'm almost surprised they spent this much on a running back.
Yeah.
That doesn't. that's
Don't
not
they still have a
really-
whole bunch of money to burn still?
Yes, they
Yeah.
got it
They
done.
just
Yeah.
can't find any good players.
Yeah.
They're like, man, this guy, Jesse Bates, he's good. Oh, he's on a roster.
The Patriots still have, they still have $43 million for the 2024.
Can't you make a trade with cash considerations?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
Just
can
like
send
trade
money
for
and
Jesse
trade
Bates
that.
and give the team $30 million
It's
in cap.
It's like sending Fab in a trade in
Yeah.
fantasy football.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Bengal center Ted Karras has signed a 1-year contract extension through the 2025 season, and Ted will earn an average of $6.6 million per year over the next 2 seasons.
Yeah, this is also just good for the Bengals. They're keeping a starter here, so.
Yeah, he's a stud. They had to. That's the pretty big point for them for keeping Joe Burrow upright.
Need to protect the
That's
Joe.
really cheap for a lineman,
Burrow
though.
healthy.
It is, and for a center.
Yeah.
Since computer almost just shit the bed.
Holy cow! I thought she
Wow.
died there for a second.
No.
Dolphins signed defensive end Calais Campbell to a 1-year, $2 million deal, and he turns 38 years old on September 1st.
You know who the Dolphins didn't sign yet, Carson?
Tua.
You know he's trying to get $55 million a year.
Yeah, he still has a year left on his contract, so I'm not too worried yet.
He's your boy,
gonna-
Carson. What's gonna happen with him?
They're probably going to sign him, and he's eventually he's probably going to start to give a little bit.
Oh.
Because I'd imagine he'd want to keep playing in Miami. I'd imagine, and he knows that he has the best weapons in the league, and one of the best coordinators in the league.
Yep.
So I figured he'd want to stay
Some
there
of the
if he
best
means
weather in the league.
Yeah.
the best everything in the league. Honestly,
But Tua's counter-argument can be to Miami, like, you guys have had chaos the past 30 years
Since
here.
Dan
at quarterback.
Marino.
Since Dan Marino. I finally provide stability. You better show me the bag.
yeah,
They'll pay him.
led the league in passing yards last year.
A rumor just went out yesterday, I think it was, that said that the Dolphins are steadfast. They're like holding their ground. They are not paying him golf money, which was
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
$4
so-
years,
I think he'll get
$212 million.
45.
45 is dirt cheap. I think
Yeah.
he'll get like 50. How much is Goff? 55?
53.
Oh, 50. Yeah, he'll
45.
get 49 probably.
45.
I can see.
I don't know why. You're the contract guy.
All I know is Mahomes looks like a deal every day.
Yeah,
Well,
no
that was
kidding.
also a 10-year contract.
And he agreed to a 10-year contract. He just keeps pushing the money back farther and farther and farther.
And at the time, it was like, holy cow. Same thing with Manny Machado.
Oh,
when that
gosh, I
happened,
remember
everybody
that.
was like,
Yep.
and now that's cheap.
See, I mean, I know most of this panel doesn't respect Mahomes, but I do have to give him kudos. They do a 10-year deal and was willing to push the money back, restructure it every year to provide cap space to keep weapons and keep the roster good. As in some quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, most of his career has not given money back, and the roster's not as good around them then.
Yeah, that's the price you pay to win.
Yeah, like Tom Brady is the
Yeah.
most legendary person of taking pay cuts every single year.
Yeah.
Mahomes doesn't do it on that level. He's getting
No,
his
he
money.
doesn't do it on
He's
that.
getting his money.
He's getting his money still.
and
He's not,
signing bonuses and things like that.
he's not doing it on the Brady
But still,
level, but very.
but-
I mean, I don't know if I can.
Similar.
No one on earth, I don't think, has ever done the Brady,
No.
No.
the Brady deal.
Nope.
And I don't know if anyone will. Ever
Russell
do
Wilson.
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, he was.
He's
he's getting paid from another team to play
Okay,
for the
okay,
Steelers.
but listen, he could have still went somewhere else and got a big contract and got double.
Do you
No,
really
he couldn't
believe
have.
you could have went somewhere else and got a big
No one
contract?
would
A bigger one than he got.
Yeah.
No. No one would have paid him.
He only got $1
no.
million.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
think
but that's no different than like
He might have
Backups
gotten,
get-
he might have gotten a 2-year, $10
Backups
million
get
deal.
Backups get $10 million a year.
yeah,
if you're Mike White.
that's still
Yeah.
no. But him making 30
my
million
jersey
from a,
here.
or was it 30 million or?
But here, this is what Russell Wilson's plan, though. He has a good roster in Pittsburgh that's going to make him look even better.
With your mic
So-
over here, buddy.
Well, it's holding up my sign.
Oh, sorry. It's easier
Here's your sign.
Anyways, what I was saying was Russell Wilson, this is going to be a better investment for him taking this $1 million because he's going to win here in Pittsburgh, have good weapons around him, and he's going to get a longer contract extension next year.
Yeah.
In theory, if he wins in Pittsburgh, he's betting on himself.
He's got one shot.
He thinks he can
One
still play.
opportunity.
You got.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
of that.
Detroit. That's Detroit.
He thinks he can still play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time will tell. If he
But-
can still play, then this is a good move by him.
But what I'm saying is him getting 30 million from a different team is no different than 40 million from a different team is no
That's
different
30
than Travis Kelce making $40 million on endorsements and then the team saying, well, you're making $40 million there, so we only got to pay you $1 million.
Well, he's got to compete with Taylor Swift, so.
Yeah.
You
never
won't.
gonna catch her.
And also back to Mahomes taking pay cuts. If you're making with the pay cut, he's probably making 40 mil a year or something.
He makes more than that.
Yeah. If you're making 40 mil a year and you can't take the pay cut because you live in paycheck to paycheck, then you have a problem. You're getting your money eventually, so why not?
Well, I agree, Carson. I really do. But athletes have always argued that their window of making revenue is smaller than me, you, whoever it may
Anyone.
be.
What is it?
Yeah.
Like 6 years, 8
Yeah.
years?
I mean, but Mahomes will get another contract even after this 10 years, probably, 'cause he'll be 36. He'll get another 5-year deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, first of all, let's get something straight here. All these athletes are way overpaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
So, I mean, we're saying $50 million a year like it's nothing, where none of us in this room combined will make $50 million in our life, more than likely.
Nope.
No.
No.
All of us combined won't make. Is that what you said?
Yeah, all of us
Oh,
combined.
oh, yeah.
I won't make $50 million. In our
You think the money's bad here? Wait till we get to golf.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys signed former Raiders 2017 first-round pick corner Garyon Conley to a 1-year deal.
This guy was an all-time bust. But
Cowboys are all in, though.
They're
No,
all
they're
in.
all in.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're all in.
Yeah.
They're all into busts.
Yeah. Ooh. Me too.
Edges. I'm
Where
more.
did this guy go to
I'm more
college
into
at,
edges.
Ohio State.
Nice.
Is that right?
I have no clue where he went.
Pretty sure.
Hallelujah.
I was genuinely asking you.
Yeah. I went to Ohio State.
Panthers signed all UFL wide receiver David Davis to a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Wood.
He was I can't really say stud in the UFL, but he looked
Stand
good.
out.
Yeah, stand out in the UFL. He made the all.
Stallion.
Yes, he made the. No, he wasn't.
Was he?
He was a
yeah.
Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk about the Stallions
The
later.
Birmingham Stallions.
Birmingham Stallions. Yeah, but
Oh! That was a fine joke.
but David Davis was all UFL. So
Steelers released wide receiver Denzel Mims, and then he went on to sign with the Jags. 1-year deal.
Carson, your 2 favorite teams just passing some guy around.
Denzel Mims is, what's the word I'm looking for? Insignificant. So
Marvin Mims.
He was a former
Marvin
second-round
Mims
pick.
is a lot
yeah.
better.
More insignificant news: Saints have released former Slippery Rock standout wide receiver Kyle Sheets.
No!
Womp
He
womp.
was almost there.
Who was it? Sharon Herald. They released an article titled like former or like local kid or whatever gets cut. I'm like, why do you have to do this kid? Like, what are we doing here?
Turns out this kid was a bum.
Let's just let everyone know around here that knew the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he ain't good enough.
You didn't make it.
He could probably go play for the UFL or something.
Probably.
It's like the Sharon Harold posting like Isaac Grinnell loses his job.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Oh well.
Isaac Grinnell sucks at job, gets fired.
Yeah.
Yep.
The NFL docked. Cleese, what's docked mean?
Oh, when 2 penises come together.
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly
whenever you 2 cocks are coming against each other, all right? I think that I don't know if they have 2 uncircumcised cocks. Well, only one has to be uncircumcised.
Okay.
And you're both hard, and then
You're both hard.
Yep.
Have you done this before, Cletus?
no, I just know what it is.
Look how focused he is right
And
now.
then you're holding them there, and then the one guy takes the uncircumcised skin and slides it over the other one.
Oh.
Then you
it's
dock the
like
ship.
It's like the fighter planes refueling.
Yep.
Oh.
I was thinking like it's like a Chinese
That's-
finger trap. It's like a Chinese dick trap.
That too.
I'm just disturbed at this point.
Anyways, the NFL docked the Falcons a 2025 fifth-round pick for violating the league's anti-tampering policy with Kirk Cousins, Darnell Mooney, and Charlie Warner. And the league also fined the Falcons $250K and GM Terry Fontenot $50K.
Fontenot.
Oh, speaking
Fontenot.
of,
Fontenot.
there was breaking news.
Fontenot.
There was breaking news today from the Lions.
Oh.
They lost 1 day of OTAs
Oh yeah.
because they had contact.
What?
You're not allowed to have contact until the last day of OTAs, and
I see what
they
you
were
mean.
having contact.
I thought you
because-
meant like they had contact with somebody.
no,
Yeah.
they
Dan
were.
Campbell football. They're
Dan,
playing
Dan Campbell.
football.
Dan Campbell's like, the
Oh,
hell
God.
with these rules. I'm gonna go
We
beat
got
the shit out of these players.
guys.
It was just Dan Campbell tackling
Yeah,
people.
he was just beating them.
I think their players probably just started biting ankles a day too early.
Probably.
Kneecaps.
Yeah, kneecaps. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Yep.
And on the other hand, the NFL found no evidence that the Eagles violated the anti-tampering policy by signing free agent running back Saquon Barkley.
This raises another question. Now that we're talking about the NFL docking, you think Roger Goodell is circumcised?
Yeah, I'd say he is.
And if he wasn't,
Can we
I
get
feel like
sources on this?
I feel like a man of his power would have got circumcised.
Like once he got rich, he's
Yes.
like,
Well, actually, it might have been the opposite.
the other way.
Once he is rich, he might have felt empowered. So
Right.
because then it's like his thing.
yeah.
It's like what makes him stand out.
Yeah.
So it makes him stand up.
Oh, I heard on
That's
a.
what makes it harder to stand up. It's heavier.
This is
You're right.
completely off track, but I heard on a podcast.
Ours?
Huh?
Was it ours?
No, unfortunately.
Oh.
No, it's.
Damn.
Thought we made it for a
But
second.
they had a football player on who actually has their own podcast. But there's so many football players with podcasts that I don't remember his name. But they
We've
asked
got stiff competition.
him
Stiff.
who's the biggest
Docking.
cock that he's ever seen, and without missing a beat, he said Amir Abdullah.
No wonder you like that guy so much.
Yeah.
He's got 3 legs.
Now he really loves them.
Yep.
Can we just make a list real quick? Who has a whiteboard in front of them?
Everybody.
We need to write
I
down
guess I'm
all
the
of
only one.
Cletus's favorite people all the time and see what they have in common.
Well, we already know. We figured it out once when we were watching football. They're short, light skins.
Yep.
Is Abdullah light
They're,
skinned?
they're
Yeah.
irresistible.
No, Amir Abdullah
No,
is not.
but all the other
Yeah,
ones are
he's
Christian
dark.
Kirk,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray,
Kyler Murray.
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, all it's
Amir
it's-
Abdullah.
Yeah, short, light skins.
There's a couple other, I think.
The Lions, like 4th string.
Oh, Cleve Raymond.
Khalif Raymond.
He's a
Plus
short.
all the Hawaiian offensive linemen.
that
Yeah,
too.
all-
Oh, yeah.
You
They,
like,
they look like light skins.
do you like Puka Nakua?
Yeah, I do. Not as much as Kean, but I still do.
You know,
He's too big.
Cleese is kind of onto something here. It's hard to be racist if you're perfectly right down the middle.
Yep. It's like liking pandas over every other bear.
There.
I-
Both colors. Favorite bear. They're like expecting you to pick like a
Panda.
black bear
Grizzly, yeah.
or a polar bear. You're like,
Panda bear. Koala bear.
Please, you could run for office. You're so politically correct right now. I like pandas. Why is that? They're both black and white.
Yep.
I don't like.
Crowd goes crazy.
They're mixed, but they're not mixed in color.
Speaking of both black and white, who was the chick? I think she was for the Biden campaign. They were playing like trap music, and she came running up on stage, and she was
I
like
didn't see that.
trying to get everybody hype. It's great.
Oh, speaking of the debates tomorrow, who's going to be watching? Yeah, we're going to be watching all night.
What are you
Trump
talking
wants
about?
Joe to take a drug test.
Yeah, the presidential debate.
Trump wants Sleepy Joe to take a drug test.
Yeah, I mean, he was clearly hopped up on something during the.
Well, he's got his brain to work. Is there medicine that makes your brain work? Probably Coke.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe.
they're-
Or shrooms.
A stimulant because it stimulates
testosterone
it?
does.
What did you say?
Testosterone
Makes
Like,
your brain
you get,
work?
Yeah, if you get a really high dose of testosterone, your brain's like
Is that
hyperactive.
scientifically proven?
Yes,
I
Isaac.
think all Joe Biden needs is a good nut. That clarity, he needs that clarity.
He does.
He's gonna do it in jail.
You're right.
No, he's nailing Kamala.
Boy.
Camel
I feel,
toe Harris.
I feel bad for the president now.
Yeah.
And for Jill.
It could be
Jill
worse
to thrill
than this.
Biden.
Hey, you leave Jill the thrill out of this.
No, Jill to thrill Biden.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Yeah, no,
Not the OG Jill to thrill.
Yeah.
Not OG Dirty Michelle. Yummy.
I hope she watches this.
Yummy.
Send her the clip.
All right, and lastly, this just feels relevant for our podcast. I appreciate Keen putting this in here for us because this is probably our most important piece of news.
Time is money, but money can't buy time.
That's good, yeah. The price of a 16-ounce beer at every NFL stadium is now on the screen.
Yeah, good time.
And you can see here that the Eagles are jacked through the roof. The Lions and Falcons are low. Just first thoughts looking at this.
Steelers are below average.
The top
Yeah.
end. The top end makes sense to me because Chargers and Rams, everything's expensive in LA and Las Vegas for the Raiders. San Fran, California is still super expensive.
Philadelphia's just going to throw it at the refs.
Yeah.
Jacksonville and New Orleans are two big drinking places. Miami's in Florida. Then you got the two New York teams. Washington. Yeah, see, here after that's really where it starts to get cloudy because it's like the big cities are gone. So I don't know what depends on it now.
One thing that
Well,
stands
that's
out to me,
Tennessee, that's
the
Nashville.
Bills
Yeah,
are pretty low for how much
Bills
they
are
drink.
pretty low.
Yeah.
Well, I know the Falcons are low because the owner said a couple years ago that he wanted to have low concession stand prices. I'm not kidding. That's a
He
true
did.
fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
he said I'm low. He had the cheapest concession stand too.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to go to a game for cheap, you gotta go to Atlanta.
Yeah, hot Atlanta.
You get like nachos for relatively
We
cheap.
need to go to Cincy. Cincy's not, well, I guess like 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours.
4.5.
Oh, we're saving $2 a beer. It's not worth the drive from Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, can.
Actually, we're saving $270.
How many beers you guys save to pay for the airfare in the room?
Well,
Even
they're
the
pounders, so you gotta count that into your mathematical
even the
equation.
cheapest beer on this list is 3 times the markup for a regular like retail price.
Honestly, that's not too bad.
That's
though, for an
pretty
NFL
shitty.
game.
It's
but for
only
an NFL
one
game.
beer. It's a 16-ounce beer.
That's
You have
not
to drink
bad.
at least 12 of them to feel something.
Yeah, but what would you pay? What would you pay at a Schittsburg Pirates game?
We were just there. I think it's $11.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
It was a lot.
the NFL is a way bigger market.
No, it was 16. No,
For-
it was $8 each. Yeah,
What?
Wow, you jumped.
It-
all
I thought the
It-
first time we
it
went,
was
it was like 13.
it was 8.
I'm pretty sure a couple weeks ago when I went, it was like
No, it
11.
was 13. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 13.
Made it. Ooh,
Yep,
no.
13 is correct.
And I'm surprised that the Chargers don't lower their prices so they can try to get some fans in the stadium.
No, they have the opposing people's fans.
Oh, yeah, that chick
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
acting excited.
Yep.
Those were also doubles at the Pirates game. Those are 24 ounces.
Oh, so then divide that by.
Well, just divide it by
Carson?
20.
Quarter off.
Divide it
No,
by
you take-
24, then multiply
no,
it by
wait,
16.
You take.
By 2.
Well, what? You're
No,
saying
no, you
a
take
24
You
ounce
take
was
13 times 0.75.
Right.
That would give you the price
yeah,
of
so that
a
would
16
be around
ounce.
$4.30.
You divide by 1.5.
$4. So it'd be $8.66 for a 16 ouncer.
Is he right there, please?
Probably.
Right? Because 16.
I'm not looking at the prices
It's
anymore.
$9.75.
Okay. Incorrect. Either way.
It's still more expensive than a Steelers.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'd say the Pirates have a.
We are
Pretty good
good
stadium.
at math.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at the at symbol.
We are good at
All right, Isaac, you can get us started with the NBA.
Teach us.
Congratulations to the Boston Celtics and Isaac's parlay for filling out the first thing.
Nobody likes the Celtics.
Start out with the parlay. What's the parlay?
All my homies hate the
The
Celtics.
Celtics to win the title. Cha-ching. The Yankees to win the World Series. They're cold
Not
right
a
now.
chance.
They
Yeah,
are
they're
ice
cold.
They're ice cold right now, but they're still in first
Cleveland
place.
Guardians are looking hot.
No, the Cleveland Guardians in first.
Who?
Yeah.
No, first place in their division.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
dipshit.
Oh.
But yes.
But, yeah.
They are 3-7 in their last 10. They're like a 4-game losing streak. But the Orioles are also ice cold. And then the Packers won the Super Bowl. But anyways, that
This
pays
season? This season?
yeah,
Ooh.
29.
24, 25 season?
Yeah, 29 grand, 28 grand.
Not bad.
So, anyways, we're gonna do a recap of the stats for the regular season of the NBA. Points per game leader was Luka Doncic with 33.9 because he's a
Goat.
dog.
Stallion.
Stallion. Rebounds per game, Sabonis. He had 13.7, representing us.
underrated.
You know.
White people.
Team is
Actually, you just named 2 white people in a row.
Oh, I
And
did.
we're coming. Oh no, 2.5
We
here.
are coming.
What team is DeMontis Sabonis on now?
Is this still the Pacers?
Pacers?
Nah.
Is it still
No,
Pacers?
Is
The
he on
Kings.
Net Kings, yeah.
LA,
I know who the next
not
one
LA
is.
Kings.
The next, we have assists per game, Tyrese Halliburton, who will be on the U.S. Olympics team.
Yep.
He had 10.9.
Yep. No.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Steals per game, De'Aaron Fox and SGA tied with 2. Blocks per game was rookie sensation Victor Wembanyama.
Dog.
And the field goal percentage, playing at least half the games, was Daniel Gafford at 72.5%, who plays for the Dallas Mavericks because he shoots within like 4 feet. Regular season MVP was Jokic. No shock
Yep.
there.
Goat.
Yep.
Defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert. Wemby was screwed out of that one.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year was Wemby. Sixth man of the year was the Timberwolves' Naz Reid. The most improved award goes to Tyrese Maxey, who Cleus loves for some odd reason too.
He's a dog.
He's
You on the Sixers?
Yeah.
He's
He also loves Joel Embiid.
he just likes them because he,
I love the Sixers.
he
They're
makes
my favorite team.
Joel Embiid get some wins because he can't do it himself. So
Ooh.
Sometimes you need supporting cast.
speaking of can't get wins, I'll let you finish first.
Anyways, coach of the year was the OKC guy who led them to the number 1 seed in the West, and
And then choked.
well, what are you gonna do?
I believe the term is shat the bed.
Yep.
All right,
Precisely.
best worst teams I really didn't give any, but rising stars, Banchero. I like him from Orlando.
Hello.
Wasn't he
Hello,
a first
Joe.
overall pick?
Yes, a couple years ago. He's really starting to form into
There
one.
we go.
Ant is a very everyone heard of him.
The
from this.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, he needs to refine his offense.
Dog.
He needs to refine his offense. Yeah, but he is a dog.
He can
His
dunk.
shot needs some help. He needs to work on his craft a little bit, but he is a dog.
Yeah.
And SGA is a rising dog, and those 3 I think are going to be stars for the next 15 years.
I agree.
So free agency news is there's a big trade last night. Mikal Bridges got traded to join his Villanova
saw
brothers
that.
in New York.
Here we go.
They're getting the band back together.
5 first-round picks, I think it was.
Yeah, and Bojan Bogdanovic.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 5 first-round picks?
Those don't mean shit in NBA, Ken.
Unless you're like,
There's
that's
only like 4
Yeah.
people hit.
Oh.
Even like only having like 10
It's like
picks in the
worse,
trip.
worse than NFL.
It's a lot
By a
worse than
lot.
NFL.
That's why
Klay
there's
Thompson's
only 2
probably
rounds.
leaving Golden State this offseason, so that's the end of an era. Jimmy Butler might be leaving Miami, so
I love Jimmy Butler.
I
That
love
dude
Jimmy
is
Butler, too.
One of the funniest people.
What's
in the world.
Draymond doing?
what's Draymond? He's under contract.
Oh.
And
He's joining MMA.
Doing a
That's it.
podcast.
That's in my news. Yeah,
He should.
He actually just signed a contract, big boy.
and then some WNBA news. Caitlin Clark got left off the women's national team because it's bullshit.
I saw she
Diana
was
Taurasi should go home and look in the mirror and think less of herself because she's a piece of shit.
I saw she was complaining
I
about.
believe you also said pound
Minutes.
salt. She can
What?
also-
I heard, yeah. Okay.
I heard it was because she was complaining about playing time minutes.
That's great. The closest game they're going. The closest game the women's team is going to have is they're going to win by 40.
Yeah.
Like every year they dog because other countries women's don't have rights, or they recently got rights. Dead serious. Why is women's sports in America so dominant? Because just recently, like these foreign countries, like the Middle Eastern, just recently gave their women's rights. That's why I fully believe. So, anyways, the women's national team is going to win the gold. They're going to walk.
Yeah.
They're going to walk to the gold medal.
Gonna come in. We're just gonna.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Yep.
They're going to skull them.
Just like I can't say that. I'm not gonna finish my statement.
That's-
Continue.
It's probably a good idea. But anyways, they left Caitlin Clark off it. And I'm not mad because she deserved to be on it, but I'm mad because the WNBA is supplemented by the NBA. Like, they're going to run at a $50 million deficit this year.
even though it's
So-
their biggest year to date.
Problem that I have with the WNBA is they're boo-hooing about they don't make enough money and there's no equality and blah, blah, blah. Well, you have this girl who is just drawing so much attention to the sport, and you're not utilizing her, what marketing she can provide.
Also known as a cash cow.
It's like you
They're
have
just refusing to milk.
it's like the Hunger Games. You have a Katniss Everdeen to like spark the what do they call it?
The tributes?
No.
Okay. The sponsors?
The Hunger Games?
No, it's like the Resurgence, the
Revolution? The Rebellion?
The Quarter Quell?
Rebellion, yeah. No, the Rebellion. You have Katniss Everdeen to spark the rebellion, but you never put her on camera because you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like right there for him. Like Caitlin Clark's not even trying.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously she's a stud, but like everyone's just like, she's great. Let's sell out all her games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Her
WNBA just doesn't see.
they finally got private jets this year because of her.
Yep.
Wow.
Before they had to do before that they had to ride like us.
Yep.
Civilians.
Walk to the airport. Yeah. Civilians.
One of us.
I think Cody agrees with me. Like, you have to use this to your advantage. You finally have a product that someone wants to buy, and you're like, nope, we're gonna put old ass Diana Taurasi on the team, even though we're gonna walk to the title.
That is one thing I'll say that the NBA does really well is
And the
they
NFL.
did
And
they
the NFL,
yeah they milk good players so much. Like Wemby wasn't even in the league and he was already making a shit ton of money just because they milk him so much. They put him on the milking tape.
Are you saying? What you're saying is that they need to milk Caitlin Clark?
No, don't say it like that.
That would probably earn her the Cracker of the Week again.
Yeah. Cletus, what did Antonio Brown say about her?
Keeping it hairy. Yeah.
This earns her the Cracker of the Week. Then what he say? Like, I know y'all waiting for the Cracker of the Week. Or something. After getting milked this past week, Caitlin Clark is now a 2-time Cracker of the Week. Our first ever.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be legendary.
Hey, that would get her even more publicity. They should probably milk her.
But don't worry, the NBA will not cash in on that.
No, they won't. No shot.
No.
Like, she could have her own shoe line. The WNBA can market that and they can make up their $50 million deficit. Instead of playing the freaking victim card. Like,
Who do you think would sign her? Probably Nike.
She's already signed with Nike.
Yeah.
She is? Okay,
Yeah.
wow, I was
Yeah.
right. Straight guess.
Ionescu just got a shoe line with
Who?
Nike.
Yeah.
Sabrina Ionescu.
I
She's
know
on the
some-
New York Liberty.
Yeah.
She's a dog, too. She's like the one in the league also.
I only know her because she went to Oregon.
She up to
She
make
did go to Oregon.
Is she make
I would not
$100,000
say
a year
she's
now?
attractive, though.
Yeah, her shoes are sweet, though. They kind of look like the old Kobe's.
They are
Low-
sweet,
low
but I don't
Kobe
think I'd call her
Kobe's.
attractive. I also wouldn't call Caitlin Clark attractive either, though.
No.
Either way, I wouldn't be surprised if Caitlin Clark gets a shoe line out.
I also wouldn't call Diana Taurasi. Actually, now that I mentioned, I don't think I know any attractive WNBA players.
There's not one that's in
fan
college.
to decide.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was referencing to. You guys know what we're talking about. Go on TikTok, type in Family. Is it Family Guy?
Family Guy WNBA.
Family Guy WNBA. I'm gonna watch it right now while you guys keep talking.
Do you guys know
He's
that?
like addicted to it. I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
Did you guys know that Diana Taurasi is 42 years old and still playing in the WNBA?
Yeah.
I
I
think
think she was up there, like 40-ish.
Wow.
That's because as long as you can just make a layup, you can play. I mean,
Not
That's for the fan to decide, though, Cletus.
I love the low lights.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so funny.
Yep.
I wonder what Sabrina Ionescu makes in a year.
I love everyone that says
curious.
the reason Angel Reese gets so many.
Leads the scoring with 4, and that's why she commands $7,000 a year. These gals sure do make it look difficult. But is having this minor skill worth being so unattractive? That's for the fan to decide. Yay!
Yay!
It says that I don't know if this includes endorsements. Oh no, this is just her salary. Ionescu makes $205,000. The highest paid player in WNBA is some chick named Jackie Young on the Las Vegas Aces. She makes $252K.
Pretty sure the Aces just won the title last year.
Yep, they did.
She makes $252K. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now
Diana
when
Taurasi
you look at
makes.
Steph Curry, who makes $50 million,
Well,
Yeah, well, he makes a lot more like sales and
3-pointers.
yeah,
three-pointers.
literally, the WNBA has a Steph Curry right now.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's Steph Curry. Steph Curry came into the NBA.
He
and
almost lost to her in a 3-point shooting contest.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't care.
I'm just saying, and they're
Okay.
still not using her.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
She's also using a Nerf basketball. One of those little ones that are about yay big.
Yeah, big.
That would be harder to shoot.
Yeah, it would be. Has no weight to it.
Dude,
like
Perfect does it.
It's like trying to shoot a tennis ball.
No, but
It's not size proportion.
It's a girl's ball, but you gotta think they're weaker. Their hands are smaller, so it's just like grabbing a regular
So
ball.
she's
for
using a
us.
girl's ball.
Yes, that's what I mean. That was the joke.
You said Nerf. Oh, I thought you meant she was actually using a Nerf basketball.
I
It
think
hit his front of his nose and shot up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we're talking proportions, like the size of the guys' hands in the NBA compared to the boys' ball, compared to like the women's.
The boys'
size.
ball should be bigger.
Yes, that's what I. Yeah.
You know what they say? Size matters.
Yes. I refuse to
But
believe it.
Hand size.
they can't make
According to Amir Abdullah, size does matter.
You're right.
Isaac, you done with the NBA?
Yeah, I'm done. Anyone else want to say anything about the NBA?
Only
I'm going to predict.
The draft starts tonight in 21 minutes.
Where are we going to predict Bronny's going?
I'm hoping undrafted.
He's going to get drafted.
I hope he goes to the Lakers because I love seeing all the memes. They're like, what do you think Bronny says to LeBron on the court? Like, Daddy, pick maybe a screen. Like, screen me, Daddy.
I'm saying he goes to Boston.
I keep seeing
they
notifications that he's
never-
going to Utah. No, the Suns. No. The Phoenix Suns is what I keep seeing.
Oh, I just know whatever team drafts them, they're just looking for money and not skill. So
The WNBA should probably draft him.
that'd be smart.
Get some publicity.
Well, he'd be
Just
dunking.
for-
He'd average
Yeah,
way
his
more than
stats
2.6.
game, he had like 4 points a game.
I know. Just for anybody who didn't watch Bronny James this year, there really wasn't much to watch because he had 4.8 points per game. He had 2.8 total rebounds per game, 2.1 assists. And this guy, we're talking about drafting him because he's got the same dick hair as a guy who's one of the best in the NBA ever.
Am I the only one that's going to defend Bronny James on this one?
Yeah, it's complete bullshit. What has
can
he
you
done
think
to
he's good?
prove?
Hold on.
It ain't
That's
his
what I
fault.
don't.
Hold on.
It ain't his fault he's gonna be drafted that high.
I don't think he should be drafted. I really don't think he's the top 60 talented NBA guys. But how many people in this world have benefited off their fathers? Or their mothers, or their siblings, or something?
Their uncle,
Or their uncle?
Arch Manning.
Okay?
Luke McCaffrey.
Just think about it. We can go down a list starting from. We can say anyone in this room can benefit someone off their family member. So, like, I don't think Bronny James is good. I don't think he's going to pan out in the NBA. But he's benefiting off his father, which everyone's pissed off about, which is fine. But there's people else in this world that we not boo-hoo about that benefit off of someone in their family.
Small loan
Like Hunter
of
Biden.
$1 million.
Hunter's Donald Trump benefited off his father. He got a loan of $1 million, just like that.
It was a small loan, though.
Okay.
Small loan.
It was a small one.
Low interest.
Small
Yeah.
loan of $1 million, yeah.
Hunter benefited off his dad. Marvin Harrison Jr. benefited off his dad. The Mannings. Anyone else want to keep
Luke
going?
McCaffrey.
The McCaffrey.
I already
You guys-
said that.
You guys are boohooing about him last week because he got drafted wherever the hell he got drafted at. And he
A
said he's a
third
bum.
round pick.
Why did he get drafted that early?
Brothers.
Because his brother's Christian McCaffrey.
Brothers.
So, everyone wants to say that. That's fine. I agree. But you have to hold that same energy for everyone else that has benefited off their someone.
Oh, I've already said that I think Malik Neighbors was the number one wide receiver in this class. We all said that.
Yeah, and why did Marvin Harrison Jr. go first?
Marvin Harrison looks like handsome Squidward.
He does.
Yes.
I was going to say because his dad's Marvin Harrison Sr.
Well, I
but-
guess that's some of it too.
Last thing I want to say about the NBA is I think Anthony Edwards is not as good as people say he is.
No, I agree with that.
I don't know about potential, but
Your father would not agree with that.
yeah, I was arguing about him
He plays hard.
the other day.
He does play hard.
He plays hard.
Right
He's
now,
maybe
he,
not the most talented.
right
yeah.
now he's terrible. If
He-
he has to get a whole lot better, or he's never going to do anything. Because if you can't get to the finals with the Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Karl Anthony Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns been dragging ass.
Yeah, but Luka got there with Kyrie and
That's
a bunch
true.
of bums.
And the guy with the highest field goal percentage in the NBA this
Yeah,
year.
that's true.
I think Anthony Edwards has great potential, but when I said he's a rising star, he has a lot to do with his game. Like his jump shot needs a lot of help.
He's got the work ethic there.
Yes.
But yeah, he needs to
and
refine.
then Eugene was saying like how he's gonna be the next Michael Jordan. And he's like, Cleus said something. He's like, yeah, he jumped right over that guy and dunked it. Is what Eugene said. And I said, how many points is that worth, Eugene? And his wife went, use his own words against him.
A better comp.
That's what he always told us.
A better comp for Edwards is Dwayne Wade.
I think
I don't remember how
he's.
Dwayne Wade started his career.
I think I don't watch a whole lot of NBA, but I think that Anthony Edwards is kind of like Jimmy Butler. He's like off the court. He's like a funny guy.
But Jimmy Butler's good at shooting threes.
Yeah, I think Anthony, but like they both play hard. Like I love Anthony. Hard.
I think his NFL comp would be Isaiah Pacheco.
Probably.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Just plow through the lane.
Yep.
I don't know if Pacheco's ever dominated a series or a football game, like a serious playoff football game.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, but they
maybe-
also don't play 7-game series.
That's fair.
Do you guys? I know I showed it to Carson, but there was one. I think this was during the playoffs this year. Anthony Edwards got interviewed after the game, and he said, "Bring your ass."
Yeah, yeah. Bring yes.
Remember before he got drafted when he said he didn't care about playing professional basketball?
Yeah,
Yeah, what did he want to do?
He's like, I just don't care about. I think it was a different sport he wanted to play.
I think so.
But he's like, I don't care about playing basketball.
Yeah, Kayvon Thibodeau was questioned about his willingness
Yeah.
to if he wanted to play football like that in that same way. I love Anthony Edwards.
Cooper DeJean didn't want to. He wanted to play basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said his first love was basketball, but he was like, football will do.
There's a
I'll
lot.
just be in a-
There's a lot of guys in the NFL
It must
like
be
that.
tough to decide between the NBA and the NFL.
There's a lot like that.
Kyler Murray was a first-round pick in both the
Russell
NFL
Wilson.
and the
Russell
MLB.
Wilson.
Cooper DeJean was like, well, I was born in America, and I'm white. I have such a tiny, tiny % chance to make it to the NFL or NBA.
I'm only
So,
6'3".
Yeah. Pretty much.
Speaking of funny videos, if you guys want a good laugh, look up. What is it? Charles Barkley, San Antonio woman.
Oh god.
He always shits on the San Antonio
Yeah.
women because they like to eat churros.
Yeah.
Them San Antonio women.
He's retiring at the end of this year.
Yeah.
What? No.
No, not Chuck.
We are losing
Agreed.
an honesty broker of sports.
Yeah.
He says what's on his mind.
He
Yeah,
does.
he
I
does.
love it.
Yeah, like
He's like Cletus.
like the San Antonio women are fat.
Hey, you know what they say about fat women? They need loving too.
they do.
It's true. That is what they say.
Them San Antonio women. NHL.
NHL.
Cody, teach us about hockey.
We don't watch too much hockey, as you saw a couple.
Let's talk
episodes
some
ago.
puck.
Yeah.
Teach us.
All right.
Talk
There we
puck.
go.
More stick taps.
On the fan.
Stick taps. All right.
I feel like I'm in a boot camp right now.
Hockey boot camp.
Let's talk puck. So, if anyone doesn't know, Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup just a couple days ago. Congrats to the Florida Panthers.
They took it into the ocean.
They did.
There you go, Bobby.
Another USA team, a couple of years in a row now. A USA team is winning hockey, Canada's game.
We won it in the
Championship.
South.
We did. Won it in the South. We
Didn't
won it in
Ameri-
Vegas.
Didn't America make the NHL? Wasn't America? Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
No.
It's our own
There's
league.
only like
No.
four. There's only like 4 teams in the.
Oh,
in
make the
Canada.
NHL?
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
thought
sure they
I thought
found
you meant invented hockey.
No.
The UK invented
Because
hockey.
there was the
UK.
CHL.
That's so terrible.
There is the CHL, but anyways, there's still a lot of Canadians playing everywhere. But anyways, so yeah, Panthers win at home in Game 7 just a couple of days ago after a super exciting series, and it's the team's first cup in its 30-season history. So they now have a cup, and also that got Paul Maurice, their head coach, his first cup after coaching the most games in NHL history before getting one. He coached 1,985 games.
How
in
many
the
games?
NHL.
How many games are in a season?
82.
That's not a stat you want to have.
Just like the NBA.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But now he's got a cup.
That's more than 10 years.
It's a long
It's like
time.
12
He's
years.
been around a long
Wow.
time.
11.
Anyway, so a little recap of that Stanley Cup Finals series of 7. Panthers absolutely dominate the first 3. Dominate. Dog walk the Oilers. They looked silly. Kachuk, Rodriguez, like freaking Verhaeghe was even playing out of his mind, and Bobo, Sergei Bobrovsky, the goalie for the Panthers.
Bobby.
Bobo was standing on his damn head the whole game. He made some incredible saves. But then McDavid basically said, hey, I'm still me. I'm still him. Go back. McDavid carries them through the next 3 games. When I got a couple stats here too. So McDavid carried them, and McDavid in game 4 and 5, he scored 4 points in both games. That's the first time a player's ever done
Holy
that.
shit.
In-
So 8 points total is what you're saying?
Yes. 4
Holy
points a game.
shit!
How many of those were goals?
2 goals.
I think 2.
Yeah, 2 goals, 6 assists.
Holy
cow.
shit!
He was playing out of his mind, just carrying the team and just proving again that like McDavid is the guy.
And the Erie Otters is the place to go.
You're right. Yeah. Yep, that's the feeder. That's the feeder system. Yeah, McDavid, he's a dog. He's the guy, and he played so well that he ended up still winning the Conn Smythe trophy, the Conn Smythe Award, which is basically playoff MVP.
Okay.
Which is in total he scored 42 points, which was 5 shy of Gretzky's record of 47 points through the playoffs in 1985.
The great one.
Dude, the great one, yeah. Just the 6th player to win it while playing for the losing team.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's not very common but that just proves McDavid's the guy. But in Game 7, Panthers at home, can't stop them. They basically said, hey, we know you're good. We're going to hold you to nothing. They held McDavid to 0 points. They held Leon Draisaitl to 0 points.
It's an awesome name.
Leon Draisaitl, yeah. He's a dog, too. But anyways, and...
Cletus, I'd ride you, Dry Saddle. That almost sounds like Dry Saddle. Sorry, guys.
Boom. But so they held them both out. But Matthias Janmark scored, and Skinner had 19 saves for the Oilers, but that wasn't enough. And wasn't enough to beat the Panthers, who had Carter Verhaeghe scoring a goal and had an assist. Sam Reinhart had a goal, and Bob had 23 saves. He was standing on his head all night, rolling around in net, going back.
That was a
and
hell of a
forth.
save by the defender.
Oh yeah,
He like dove in their
Defenseman saved the game.
head first on the net and saved it. We were
Yeah.
watching it. Were you with us, Cletus, when we were watching it?
No.
Yeah, because Bob made a leg save, and then he
Yeah.
ended up on his side
Side.
because his guy hit him.
Yeah.
And then another defenseman dove in front, blocked the puck, and that was basically. the
Bobrovsky
game.
played a hell of a game.
Yeah, he was standing on his head.
Was he slipping on his dick? Games 4 through 6.
Yeah, he couldn't see the puck. He was blind.
Is that a hockey term too?
Standing on his head. Games 4 through 6, he was slipping on his dick.
Yep, he was. Bob couldn't see the puck. Games 4 through 6. Oilers are putting too much rubber on net. They're dumping too much rubber into the net. Bobo couldn't see it. But anyways, Florida wins in 7. Damn. It's down. Okay, well anyways, yeah, Florida wins in 7. It was a great series, great season. Florida's who should have won all year. They were the best team all year. And it ended up working out. They should have won the cup all year. So
So that means the best team won in the NBA and in the NHL, which
Yep.
means the Packers and the Yankees will both win their championship in their respective leagues.
That's a good one.
How are the Packers
what
the best
world?
team in the NFL?
And I don't think the Yankees are the best team in the MLB either.
They were a couple weeks ago.
And
aren't.
It should be Baltimore.
Get there soon. Sneak peek.
It's going to be the Guardians.
Okay, anyways, back to puck. Talk about puck. Let's go over the regular season leaders. So, the leaders in goals was Austin Matthews from Toronto with 69.
Is it?
Nice.
Ooh, isn't that the name of a? I swear, there's an MLB player with that name.
What?
No, Austin Meadows. Guard, sorry, keep going.
Good try. Assist was Nikita Kucherov from the Tampa Bay Lightning. He had 100 assists on the year, which is ridiculous. Points was also Nikita Kucherov, which partly because he had so many assists. He had 144 total points, so 44 goals on the year. Solid year. Ice time per game played was John Carlson from Washington with 20. He averaged 25.
John Jay?
John Carlson?
Is that John J. Carlson?
He does play hockey.
Really?
Yeah, he used to
Jay
at least.
Carlson's real first name is John, and his
Yeah.
middle name is Jay. John J.
It
Carlson.
might be. It might be. He played a lot of time. He averaged 25 minutes and 54 seconds on the ice per game.
It's almost a class
Now,
period.
how much time is there per game?
Not bad for an old guy.
3 periods, 20 minutes each. They normally play about a 45 to a minute 20 shift.
And there's 4
They have
lines.
four lines per team.
Oh, damn. So he was playing over a third of a game.
He was playing a lot.
This guy was playing over his
Yeah, he was playing long
over his
shifts.
pay grade. Yeah.
Long shifts.
Overtime.
Yep. Saves was obviously team that won the cup, Sergei Bobrovsky.
Bobby.
Yeah, from the Florida Panthers. He had 489 saves on the year. Yeah, he was lights out all season long. Just amazing. Best save percentage with the most games played. Because you can look at save percentage, but if you look directly at that, it's all sketchy. Because like, oh yeah, this dude played for 10 minutes and had 1 save and only 1 attempt on him. So Bob, Sergei Bobrovsky, he played the most games and had the most saves. So he had 22 games played and had .906 save percentage on those games.
90.6.
.906 save percentage. So he was just over 9 out of 10 saves per shots towards him.
Damn.
There were some guys out there that had a little better average, like Igor Shesterkin. He was out of his mind too. He just didn't have quite as many games played. So that's just how I go off that side. It's kind of weird. Penalty minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the best fighting lad.
The best guy.
Yeah, best fouling lad. Well, I have two for this. So penalty minutes is kind of, but the next one's better. Penalty minutes was Evander Kane from the Edmonton Oilers.
Ooh.
He had 37 penalty minutes on the year.
Wow.
Now, how long is like one penalty worth?
Well, minor penalties 2 minutes, such as 2 minutes for high sticking or cross checking.
The Canadian accent.
5 minutes for something like hitting a player in the face and making him bleed. Seriously.
Yeah, it's weird how they judge it off of if it
If
draws
you-
blood or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you see
Yep.
guys like after they get hit checking for blood, trying to show the ref, that's because I think it's more or less a rule. If they see blood, that's 5 minute penalty.
Yeah,
instead of 2.
some guys, after they get punched, will literally bite their lip to make
Yeah,
themselves
try to
bleed.
make bleed.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's either 2 or 5 minutes. I think you can get 10, but I mean that more or less ends up with you getting ejected from the game. But most of the time it's just 2 minutes.
They play hard.
They do play hard. Then here is the best fighting lad, the best hitting lad, the most aggressive lad, most hits. And that is
Oh.
exactly what you think it is. Most
Here we
coming
go.
up and hitting someone in the game. Sam Bennett.
Oh.
For anyone who knows hockey. That
Sam Bennett is the guy from Ted.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Sure.
Anyways, if you know hockey, you know Sam Bennett. He's a menace. He's just kind of a punk, but he plays incredibly hard. He had the most hits total on the regular season with 82. So he was just beating people.
One per game.
Yeah, beating them to a pulp. Yeah. So trophy winners, memorial trophy winners, and all that stuff. So most of these aren't announced until June 27th. But what has been announced is the Jack Adams Award, which is the Coach of the Year, which is voted on by the NHL Broadcasters Association. That was Rick Tocchet from the Vancouver Canucks. He really turned that team around a lot this year, and it's a whole lot better. I won't go too deep into it, but he's very deserving of winning that with the team that he had. They made a deeper run than what people thought at the beginning of the season. As far as trophies that won't be announced until June 27th. Tomorrow, actually. That includes the Hart Memorial Trophy, Calder Memorial Trophy, James Norris Memorial Trophy, Vezina Trophy. So the finalists for the Hart Memorial Trophy, which is the MVP of the league, voted on by the PHWA. The finalists were Nikita Kucherov from the Lightning, Nathan McKinnon from the Avalanche, Connor McDavid from the Oilers.
Yeah.
Which McDavid is the reigning and 3-time winner. So
Wow.
it's not going to surprise me if they give it to him again. Finalists for the Calder Memorial Trophy, which is the Rookie of the Year, also voted on by PHWA, is Connor Bedard from the Blackhawks, Brock Faber from the Wild, Luke Hughes from the Devils. This is a bit of a runaway, in my opinion. I don't see
Bedard?
how it
Connor
can't be
Bedard?
anyone but Bedard. Yeah, he's incredible. He's just on a dog shit team. Literally probably the worst team in the league.
Yeah, like I don't watch any hockey at all. But last year, whenever it was the NHL draft time, like everybody was talking about Bedard. Like all of Sports Center was just talking about Bedard. He was the next Trevor Lawrence, the next Andrew Luck,
He's a no miss.
Caleb Williams,
yeah, honestly.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still that guy. He's just, I think he got injured a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, and he's on a shit team. Dog shit team.
One thing I was going to say, to not interrupt Cody, but the nice thing about Connor McDavid was he did play in the OHL up in Erie.
I already said that.
Yep.
I wasn't here for that.
What's the O for?
Ontario.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alex DeBrincat also played in Erie.
Now, is this Erie, Pennsylvania, or is this
Yeah.
Erie, Canada?
The
Okay.
Erie Otters.
Erie Otters.
I wasn't sure. You said it was in Ottawa?
The capital of Canada, yeah.
Ontario.
Oh, Ontario. Okay, I couldn't
But like,
remember.
like, you can play as the Erie Otters on the NHL.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next trophy. James Norris Memorial Trophy, which is the best defenseman, voted on also by PHWA, was Quinn Hughes from the Canucks, Roman Josi from the Predators, and Cale Makar from the Avalanche. This one might be a little bit tighter in my opinion. I think Cale Makar might get an edge because he was incredible all year too. Those other guys were super solid as well. Vezina Trophy finalists, which is goaltender of the year, voted on by the NHL general managers. So the finalists are Bobrovsky from the Panthers, obviously, Thatcher Demko from the Canucks, and Connor Hellebuck from the Jets, the Winnipeg Jets. Demko stood on his head all year long too, so I could see him. What, you didn't see Demko standing on his head in the net?
Nope, I did see Bobby slipping on his dick though. Games 4 through 6.
They were just. Demko was in the net, and they were just dumping rubber, dumping rubber, and Demko standing on his head. Anyways, all good goalies, but Bobrovsky was awesome also all year.
Like a circus.
Even Hellbuck, he was good for the Winnipeg Jets, way up in North Canada.
These names are awesome.
Yeah, they're the best.
We got too many Americans in the NFL. All the names. There's
You're
too many
right.
like Mikes. And
We have too many
Johns.
Americans in America.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you calling for?
the Canucks need to come down here.
Canucks.
If you really want to get into hockey, you should watch the show on Hulu, Shoresy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great show. New season just came out last Friday.
I didn't know they're still making them.
Oh, yeah.
What's it on? Amazon Prime?
Hulu.
Oh, man.
Hulu has live sports.
You're right.
Sure do.
Let's just take a minute to talk about how the Canucks. We looked this up on the. Yeah, I gotta do that. We looked this up on stupid. We looked this up a few episodes ago, like how Canucks is actually like a racist term for Canadian. They just like named a
Yeah.
like it's like white people calling like we're the crackers.
Yep, pretty much.
We
And they
did
have no
Damn
problem.
straight.
They have no problem with the Canucks, but if you call them the Vancouver Cougars, they don't like that. That's the thing, all you non-hockey folk. Anyways, let's finish this up with best teams, worst teams, and some good players and all that you need to watch. So best teams this year who ended up on top during the regular season in their divisions were the Panthers, Bruins, Rangers, Hurricanes, the Dallas Stars, Vancouver Canucks, the Golden Knights, Avalanche, Winnipeg Jets, and the Oilers. Those are kind of all the hottest teams in the league. And the absolute worst teams, topping the list, the Chicago Blackhawks. They were terrible. Arizona, which is now Utah. That team will
The
be
Coyotes
in
are
Utah.
gone.
Coyotes are gone. They're in Utah.
Aww.
I don't think they've decided on a name yet or anything, but they're going to be in Utah. The owner of the Jazz bought them. Yeah.
He also owns
Awesome guy.
the Rain. He owns someone else. Maybe he owns a WNBA team or a soccer team.
So an irrelevant team.
Wait, didn't the Blackhawks just win the title a few years ago? Or am I thinking? I'm thinking of
They
Bruins.
did it about 10 years ago.
Am I thinking about the
Chicago
Bruins?
Blackhawks have won it in our
Bruins.
lifetime, yes.
The Red
Boston
Wings?
Bruins.
The Red Wings have also won it in our
The
lifetime.
Red Wings, they probably won it more recently.
I remember the Red Wings.
Okay.
Yeah, Detroit. Anyways, so Arizona sucks. San Jose Sharks suck. Blue Jackets suck. Anaheim Ducks
Columbus Blue
suck.
Jackets.
Columbus Blue Jackets. Ohio. And the Ottawa Senators are also not very good.
That means the Penguins are mid.
Yep, Penguins are very mid.
They
were
almost,
above
they, almost,
500.
they almost made the postseason,
They almost
though.
did.
They should have.
They were
Just-
making a
ju-
push.
In Pittsburgh fashion.
Well, they shouldn't have traded.
Out their ass?
Is it Jake Gensel they traded at the
Oh
deadline?
my god, yeah. Don't get me started. That's for another day. Anyways, I wanted to throw in some players that you absolutely need to watch if you're new to hockey or whatever, or just getting into it. Players you need to watch. We've already mentioned probably all of them, but first of all, Connor McDavid. I already said it. He's the one. He's
Ginger
the next
beard.
one. Big ginger beard, big guy, plays hard. He's just incredible. He's got some dirty dangles.
That's what you call the crossovers.
Oh,
That's
he's
so
got
much better than
dangles.
I thought you were
crossover.
talking about his nuts.
Well, that too.
He's got some dirty danglers.
He's got dirty dangles. He is incredible. He just can go by people like he's running in their own skates.
He's so fast.
insane.
He's incredibly fast. Every power play that they have, I love watching it because it's the same setup every time. All four guys are waiting at the line, the blue line, and they just toss the puck back to McDavid, and he gets a running start and goes by 2 to 3 guys.
Yeah.
Coast to
They
coast.
just
Dirty
drops,
dangling it.
yeah, they just drops it off and they start in their power play. Yeah, it's always so
it's
smooth.
awesome.
Yeah.
But anyways, he's one to watch. Austin Matthews from the Maple Leafs. He's incredible. Also, American guy. Matthew Tkachuk, another American guy. He's incredible. He played incredibly hard all playoffs. This series, he's who kept the Panthers alive through these games. His effort and just he turned it on late. He started off kind of cold, but he's who kept the Panthers alive. He's incredible.
Childhood friends with Jason Tatum, he is.
Yeah. Yep, and his dad was also an
NHL
ex-hockey player
yeah,
for a
he was
long
an NHL
time.
player
And his
too.
brother is also in the league now too. So it's all a hockey family, but American guy, need
Keep
to
it in
watch
the
him.
family.
Cale McCarr from the Avalanche, he's another one you need to watch. And Nathan McKinnon. They're all very good.
Don't
And
you mean Jarek McKinnon?
You can watch him too. Probably not on the ice. But.
Yes.
And then one rising lad that I wanted to throw in there that's kind of in his own category because he's a rookie, but Connor Bedard. All the hype's real, even though he's on a sucky team and got injured and all that. He's also incredible. He's smaller, so you may not think it, but he does things with the puck that'll blow your mind, and he's young. So those are just, that's
Cool.
That's talking puck with Cody.
Nice.
I feel like I learned a lot.
Considering I don't know really anything about hockey, but thank you. That was cool.
You're welcome. Stick tabs.
Carson, teach us about baseball, the MLB.
Baseball. So we're almost perfectly halfway through the season right now.
We're so good at this time.
I think we're at like 80. The teams have like 81 games, and it's 162 seasons.
We're
So
also halfway through another sport that we'll get to.
Anyways.
So, starting off with the hitters, batting average in the lead, Shohei Ohtani at 320. And the two-time batting title winner, Luis Ariz, is currently in 5th place at 310. Home runs is Aaron Judge with 29, who broke the AL home run record in 2022. He also leads RBIs with 75, and he also leads OPS at 1.128, which, for those of you guys that don't know, is slugging percentage plus on-base percentage, and slugging percentage is basically how many bases you get per at-bat.
Don't care if we walk.
Yeah. So if you walk every at-bat, then your slugging percentage is 1. And stolen bases is led by Ellie De La Cruz, who has 37, which is 10 more than the next closest to him.
He's so fast. He's so fast.
For the Skeins.
Nope. And pitchers, ERA leader is Philadelphia Phillies Ranger Suarez at 2.01. Strikeouts is Dodgers Tyler Glasnow at 135.
Former Pirate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saves
Typical pirate fashion.
saves the St. Louis Cardinals Ryan Helsley at 27, and WHIP is also Tyler Glasnow at 0.87.
He's a dog.
And then batting average against is Houston's Ronel Blanco and New York Yankees Luis Gill.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, he is
He's a dog.
at 0.164.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's letting up 164. Crazy.
He's got some nice neck tattoos.
Oh, nice.
He looks like he hits women.
That's tough.
So the best teams in the MLB right now are currently the Guardians, the Phillies, and the Yankees in that order. The worst in this also order is White Sox, Rockies, Marlins, and surprisingly, the A's are only the 4th worst despite their poverty franchise.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4th worst.
But they did trade J.D. Davis or whatever last week to the Yankees.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know he was on the A's. I thought he was still in the Mets.
Stupid MLB.
They need to start Billy Bean in it.
They do.
Yeah.
They absolutely
They need to watch Moneyball like 3 times each year.
Or each week.
Yeah.
maybe.
Or each week.
Yeah.
And your Pittsburgh Pirates are currently doing the Pittsburgh mid thing. They're 3rd, right in the middle of the NL Central.
They're going to sneak into the playoffs.
And they are just below 500.
They're dangerous to get in the postseason.
That's
though,
Pittsburgh baseball, baby.
because they have a 3-day rotation in the postseason, and they have 2 good pitchers. Maybe 3 if you. I mean, you can make an argument for 3 good pitchers.
They'll be good once they trade him away.
I mean, his name's Paul.
Paul.
I'm talking about Paul Mitch,
Wall?
and Jared.
Oh, not Paul.
I was talking about Paul.
Who's Mitch Keller?
Paul has
So-
a hot
Roscoe.
girlfriend, so.
Huh?
Paul has a hot girlfriend?
Okay, another obvious news: the sky's blue.
Actually, it's probably black.
Yeah, it's
right
black
now.
right now. It's
All right,
nighttime.
another obvious news: my skin is white.
Yeah, it's kind of tan.
And it depends on what you identify as. So the rising stars, future faces of the league, Baltimore shortstop and 3rd baseman Gunnar Henderson. He's
Gunner?
trying.
His name's Gunner. He
Gunnar
plays third
Henderson.
base.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a lot better than their other prospect, Carson.
Who would that be? Colton Cowser? Jackson Holliday.
He's a bum.
Yeah, he had a chance in the league and he did 0 thing with it. Yeah. So Gunnar Henderson is trying to put himself in the category of the dominant Ohtani, Judge, and Jose Ramirez, and debatably he could already be there. And so Gunnar Henderson is currently 2nd in home runs behind only Judge. He's 1st in runs scored, 5th in OPS, and he's batting .282 with also 13 stolen bases on the season.
Damn.
Juan Soto is finally coming back around after he did something on the Padres, got traded and did nothing. So he's finally starting to look like himself again.
What is a contract year, Carson?
Yeah. Bobby Witt Jr. is continuing to solidify himself as a face of the league.
He's still in Kansas City?
Yep. And Ellie De La Cruz is continuing to make a strong case for the toolsiest player in baseball.
Go Reds, baby.
Oh, Reds.
And, of course, Pittsburgh Pirates starting pitcher Paul Skeens is setting the league on fire,
Hell yeah.
pun intended, with a 102-mile-an-hour fastball.
And a 10 out of 10 girlfriend.
Woo!
I love the memes. They're like people posting they want to, quote, they want to go to a Pirates game just to see Livy Dunn's gat.
Yeah.
That's the quote.
Dude,
That's Pittsburgh football, baby.
he's not. I mean, he's got a pedo stash.
Just say he's
No,
ugly.
he's got a
He's
stash.
very
I mean, you
ugly.
can pull
He's
anything.
awesome,
You can pull
man.
anything with a mustache.
Listen, Libby Dunn is way out of his league.
Well, yeah, it's not even close.
Doesn't matter if you make some money.
It's like Beauty and the Beast. He is a beast.
He's a beast.
He's a dog.
She's
Ass
the
on
beauty.
that guy.
And currently, the betting favorites to win the season awards AL and NL MVP, respectively. Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, no surprise. AL, NL, Cy Young. Detroit Lions streak Skubal.
Detroit Tigers.
Detroit, what I say, Lions?
Lions.
Detroit Tigers
Holy shit.
streak Skubal. He's also a rising star, but I didn't mention him because he hasn't been.
Scooby.
Yeah, Scooby.
Oh,
He hasn't been as electric, but he was a prospect that failed his first year, and now he's coming back around again and being great. And Philadelphia Phillies, Zach Wheeler, who's been dominant for some
The
time.
Phillies?
Yep.
Oh,
They've-
shoot, I was thinking Orioles, and I was like, wait, Phillies?
Oh,
That's
oh.
not
I think
right.
you said Feelies. Like,
Oh, the Feelers.
The Feelers,
They're
yes.
getting feeling.
It
Up.
is.
feel them ups.
And the AL and NL Rookie of the Year, Yankees, Louis Gill, and Paul Skeens are both very heavy favorites. I think they're minus 150, and the next closest is like plus 400. So
They're running away with it.
yeah. And then the big stories and news around the MLB. So the big thing right now in the league, in my opinion, is relief pitchers converting to starting pitchers and excelling. So there's many. This is just what I've noticed. There's many cases of this that I have. So Houston Astros Ronel Blanco is currently 5th in ERA. He has an 8-2 record, and he threw a complete no-hitter and took another one into the 8th inning just this season already. He was formerly a reliever and he just converted to a starter this year. Boston Red Sox Tanner Houck was a reliever. He's been converted. He's now 2nd in ERA in the league, and he threw a complete game shutout.
What? Yeah, that guy was like a one inning guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he was like a setup man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
And he threw a complete game, and he's 2nd in ERA in the league. Kansas City, Seth Lugo. He's 3rd in ERA, 10-2 record, and he's tied for the most wins. He was also a lifelong setup guy. Philadelphia Phillies Christopher Sanchez. He's 8th in ERA, giving up 1 home run all year. He's also been great for that Philadelphia Phillies pitching staff. And Chicago's Garrett Grotchett is 2nd in strikeouts with a 3.05 ERA and 0.94 whip. Then some other names that you guys might remember as a reliever or a closer that are now starters and are dominating. Jordan Hicks,
Oh, yeah.
Michael King,
Yep.
and Zach Lytle. He's younger.
Is Jordan Hicks, was he ever on the Mariners?
He's in Minnesota, I think.
Damn it.
Twins.
He's on San
Twins are
Francisco
dog.
now. They're mid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all I got. So
that pitcher that came over from Japan. What's his name?
Shoto Imino.
Yeah, the guy that was throwing like
or
104.
Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Yamamoto.
Both
Yeah.
of them, they're both sucking.
Did you? Yeah, wasn't it him that the announcers were like, like the game just started and he just came out and they were like, no hitter alert.
Oh,
Yeah, and then the first at bat was a home run.
First pitch home run. Yeah,
Yep.
that was Yamamoto, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hitter alert.
I think he also may be injured, but at the start of the season, before the first pitch was even thrown, he was already a very heavy favorite for Rookie of the Year. And now I didn't even see him in the top 5. So
The Phillies are really hoping for some natural disasters. Nick Castellano really needs to step it up.
he's been ice cold.
He's been ice cold. He really needs to step it up. So we need like a nice hurricane down
Yeah,
south.
once
or-
hurricane season rolls
or
in.
we need the plate over there in California to just release the state. Something like that.
Yeah.
Like some.
We're
yes,
just praying for that in general. We don't
Yeah.
care about Nick at that point.
Something like the Mona Lisa gets stolen in France or wherever it is.
Well,
Yeah, but
they
Nick
keep
Cage has to go
they
find
keep
it.
throwing like paint and trying to rip it and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like oil activists. They're doing a bunch of random shit around the world.
Oil
What are they doing?
activists? Like
Yeah,
anti-oil
they're
activists?
anti-oil, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I was
Trying to
gonna
ruin
say,
the
I've
Mona
never-
Lisa?
I have
There-
some news.
There's a bunch of they go around and they throw paint on them, even though there's a protective screen over them, which is dumb. But then they'll go up to ones that like don't have that, and they'll just rip them. Just rip them.
Do
like,
they know-
those
okay.
paintings are worth like $150 million, and they just rip them.
So stop there, Cletus. So these anti-oil activists, okay? They're going after and destroying these paintings because they're painted with oil paintings, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
No, just to
So,
protest.
Just to make a stand.
Hear me out.
Kind of.
Go get a freaking job.
I kind of have something similar to that when we talk about golf a little bit. You just have to remind me because I might forget.
Because they wraps up all their money.
No, it's not.
from
It doesn't have to do
oil.
with that. No.
Oh, okay.
Carson.
Yeah.
Trade deadline,
Oh.
trade around the corner.
Yeah.
The oil activist running onto the green.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're doing everything stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's so dumb.
You know, and the song should have been a cowboy. Toby Keith said something about like,
Classic.
we'd
R.I.P.
hang them in the streets. If we start hanging these people in the streets, and it's up doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Or Jason Aldean's song, "Try That in a Small Town."
Small town.
Yep.
See how far you make it down the road.
Okay,
Well said.
back to my exactly.
He's saying it's not going to be very far, Isaac.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
Back to my
We have
question was
guns.
the trade deadline is right around the corner, Carson.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be a big buyer and big sellers of the trade deadline?
Well, Yankees are always buyers because they're always in the market to win, and I feel like
Who's going to be sold?
there's rumors that some closers are going to be sold because that's always what happens. There's someone that I can't remember who, but maybe AJ Minter of the Braves might get sold because when he filled in as a closer, he was solid, and now he's back to a setup role.
There's always a need for a bullpen.
Yeah, and I feel like Phillies might try to solidify theirs because their starting rotation's already elite. The Orioles
I saw
could-
them trading for a center fielder, I think. 'Cause
Yeah.
I read a few articles.
Yeah, they could use that too. Yeah, the biggest buyers are going to be Yankees and I think probably Phillies.
Orioles, maybe.
Yeah, that only
Dodgers.
Yeah, Orioles would be for another relief guy
pitcher.
because they have so many prospects. They don't even they have Kobe Mayo. He's a first baseman and third baseman.
Let me see if I can pull his name out of my ass.
I
They have a pitcher named Grayson Rodriguez.
He's been up for 2 years now.
oh, but he is on the team.
Yeah, he's like their first or second best, and he's been sucking this year. So
Still on the team.
yeah,
Are
Yeah.
the Pirates going to trade all the good guys, or do they wait till the end of the year to do that?
They're not, they can't, they're not, there's no way they're selling this year because
I know,
Skeens
they
and
can't,
Jones
yeah.
are too young on the rookie contracts.
they can't. They
But
have to make
Yeah.
a
in
Yeah.
about 4 years, they will.
right.
That, Unlike the WNBA, they're gonna milk the cash cow.
Oh,
Yeah.
But the Orioles are probably the team of the future because they have so many prospects they can't even bring them all up because their team's already so good. Like Kobe Mayo, I said he on any other team he'd be up and raking.
Gerard Mayo.
Jackson Holiday as well.
Yeah.
Heston Kierstad tried, but he wasn't good enough, so they sent him back down. Colton Cowser, Connor Norby, they have all these studs that
Who's that other son of a famous player? Vladdy? Isn't
Yeah,
there
he's in
Vladdy
Toronto. He
Oh,
actually
yeah.
might get traded.
Jr.? Really?
Did you see he brought back the comments when he said he'd never played for New York?
I didn't see that.
Oh.
Last night, they asked him, I said, you haven't been traded to New York. And he said, I'm rescinding on what I said a couple years ago. I'd never play for the Yankees because I'll obviously play for whoever wants me. So I think he might get traded to New York even though they don't need another bat.
Speaking of the Yankees, I love whenever someone gets traded there that's always had a beard, and then when they go to the Yankees, they have to shave
Because
it.
they have
Like,
the beard.
yeah.
Aaron
just-
Hicks.
So
That just happened to somebody, and it was so funny.
Garrett Cole.
He used to be on the Red Sox. Ginger, braces.
Big Poppy.
Justin Turner.
No. Close
Big
to-
Al.
Left fielder. He's a
I
left
knew you were
fielder.
talking. It's he just started trading this
Oh,
offseason.
Verdugo.
Yes,
Verdugo.
Alex Verdugo.
Yes.
He looks 12 now. With his beard, he looked 30.
Garrett Cole always had scruff.
Yeah.
Now he's clean shaved.
And then Matt Carpenter, when he
Yeah.
just had the mustache, he went on a
That
run
was
with the
awesome.
mustache. Yeah.
That was
For
awesome.
our viewers that don't know the rule, George Steinbrenner put a rule in a long time ago saying no facial hair and short hair.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Steinbrenner's still alive?
Now.
Oh.
The kid's running now. That's why they can't win since he died. The old man was lost. Smart.
Yeah, if you play for the Yankees, no facial hair.
Huh.
That's the rule.
Well, everybody knows about my bone to pick with the MLB never going to a salary cap, and they're probably not going to because all the players are greedy and they want their money, which like
Fair. I want money too. But
Speaking of salary cap, this isn't the episode for it, but did you guys see that the NFL was talking about putting in a quarterback salary cap?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like the max contract for the NBA.
Yeah, we're not going to discuss that now because I feel strongly about it, and this is an all sports episode, so
Save it for next time.
we can move on to Kean's UFL.
Yeah. So let's talk. So I'm the only. Well, all you guys actually watch other sports throughout the year. I just watch football, and it just turns into a different league that sucks a whole lot more, and that is the UFL, United Football League. It was the combination of the USFL and the XFL, both teams that were terrible together. They came together, or terrible apart, and they came together and made not even really, not even. It's like not even mildly adequate now. It's like,
But The Rock runs it,
yeah, it's right. He does, yeah.
so that's a big deal.
He's got a good
I'm
face.
actually being kind of
yeah.
serious.
A good face. Yeah. He got money. But anyways, the championship, the UFL championship, that's probably their most watched game of the season because it was a championship game, but it was shit. But the Birmingham Stallions, of course they won, baby. They beat the San Antonio. Yeah, they beat the San Antonio Brahmas, which a Brahma is like that's the Rock's logo.
Yeah.
It's a bull.
Yeah, but I
Brahma
think
bull.
I didn't watch it, but I think I know why they lost.
Stallions.
Yeah, I think the Brahmas lost because they lost D. Strong at the beginning of the year.
Probably true.
It very well could be, yeah. But I don't think that
Anyways.
I don't think it matters too much if you have your kicker there whenever you lose 25-0.
Oh!
Yeah.
On the bright side, they held them to 25.
They did. But
so the Stallions are the wagon.
The Stallions, yeah. And
They're a wagon.
the Stallions have won the past 2 USFL championships, and then they just won the first ever UFL championship, 25-0. They improved their season record to 11-1, counting the playoffs. And the Brahmas defense was number 1 in the UFL in yards and points allowed this season, and then the Stallions defense was number 2 in the league in those categories. So this game was a defensive battle with both teams unable to take very many big shots down the field. So the score remained tied 0-0 until there were 40 seconds before halftime, whenever the Stallions scored their first touchdown. This game was also very chippy. Tempers were flaring, and there was lots of shoving after the whistle. Love to see it.
Love it.
But that was probably the chippiness was probably honestly the most exciting aspect of this game.
Yeah,
'Cause-
all that defense is not good for business.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But even though the game wasn't particularly exciting, Tom Brady was in the booth for this one for his first game ever. Yeah, his first game ever.
How'd he do? Great.
About how you would expect. Yeah, I mean he
Well,
knows football.
I expect really good.
Yeah,
I expect
he-
him to give like Tony Romo, predict the
but-
plays.
I mean, he
that
was his
come-
first game though.
Yeah,
like,
but
some
also
jitters.
his first game was the UFL.
Ah,
I mean,
it's
he's
true.
judging
Yeah.
lesser
Yeah.
talent.
Now we're watching pretty much high school football coaches here, so I have no idea what play there.
no, they
Could be
have
the
Todd
triple
Haley.
option.
Todd Haley's up there.
Oh,
Yeah, they got
could be.
they had
Ooh,
a lot of former NFL
yeah,
guys.
a lot of former NFL guys are.
Anyways, the stat leaders throughout the regular season. Now, the regular season for them is 10 games. So, passing yards leader was Arlington Renegades quarterback Luis Perez with 2,309 yards. So, averaging 230.9 yards per game, which is top of the league. So, that's pretty sad. But it's UFL football. But he also led the league in passing touchdowns, 18 over 10 games. And just a little bit about Luis Perez because it's really funny. And but he's a 29-year-old quarterback who has been a mainstay in spring football leagues, just like the UFL, for many, many years. But Luis Perez never played football in high school. He was a bowler in high school.
Oh, that's awesome.
He bowled 12 perfect games. And his three-game series high, so like 3 games back to back to back.
Yeah.
So max score 900 was 838. That is an average score of 279 per game.
That's all right.
That's all right. As a teenager,
That don't
this was
impress
all.
me much.
This was all before he turned 18.
Holy
Yeah,
shnikes.
and then he was so good that so how the PBA does it, the Professional Bowling Association,
yeah. We
you have
all
to
know the
like
PBA.
you have to
Oh, yeah.
apply to
I know
be
PBR. I don't know PBA.
Hell yeah.
The
That's
beer
like
or
two,
the bull riding?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
I always
Both
wanted
at the
to be a
same
bull
time.
rider.
At the same time.
That's a sport. Yeah.
that's. Here we go again.
You guys
but
know that's from WWE.
But he was so good that he was about to apply to be in the PBA because that's how you have to do. Like, you send in your best scores, and then they, see if they want to accept you. But because he met the scoring criteria. But then out of nowhere, he's just like, nah, I'm going to play football. Even though this guy could have made money in the PBA. So then he binged-watched YouTube videos on how to play the quarterback position, and then he joined a junior college football team and started out 9th on their quarterback depth chart. 9th.
Hold
They
on,
had 9
boys.
QBs on
That
his
means we can go back to college and be quarterbacks.
Let's go!
How are there 9 quarterbacks on a JUCO
On a JUCO team.
Because
That's what I
they
was
don't
wondering.
cut anybody.
I guess.
Everybody plays. Or everybody's on the team, I mean. But
Jesus.
But then he worked his way up to starting and then was offered a scholarship to play at a Division II college called Texas A&M Commerce. And at Texas A&M Commerce, he led the team to win the 2017 Division II National Championship, throwing for 5,001 yard. Yeah, that 1 yard, it's extra, it counts. 46 touchdowns. And then he was an undrafted free agent to the NFL in 2018, and he bounced around multiple NFL practice squads, including the Rams, Eagles, and Lions. But yeah, started out, he could have been a professional bowler. Instead, he's making like
Yeah, I think he chose the right path.
$80,000 or something a year.
So Cletus, instead of sitting there all day watching TikTok, you should just watch YouTube videos on how to play quarterback.
Yeah, you're always bragging about how good of a quarterback you are.
No, I'd rather be defensive end.
All right,
He is
Cletus.
pretty good at edging, I hear.
He's pretty good at edging.
Not to toot my own horn, but pretty damn good edger.
Interceptions thrown the leader was DC Defenders quarterback Jordan Teamu with 9 picks over 10 games.
Attaboy.
Rushing yards was Birmingham Stallions quarterback Adrian Martinez, which with 528 rushing yards.
A quarterback led the league in rushing yards? Mm-hmm. What in the
He wasn't
Lamar
very good
Jackson?
at throwing. Yeah, he wasn't very good at throwing.
He's like Cletus, not very good at throwing.
The rushing touchdowns leader was Birmingham Stallions running back Ricky Pearson Jr. with 6 rushing touchdowns. Then he signed with the Seahawks. Probably going to get cut, but he signed.
Yeah.
The receptions leaders was tied between Roughnecks. That's the name of the team. Houston Roughnecks. Yeah. Wide receiver Justin Hall and San Antonio Brahmas wide receiver John Trey Kirkland with 56 catches over 10 games. Receiving yards leader, St. Louis Battlehawks wide receiver Hakeem Butler with 652 receiving yards. And so just a little bit about Hakeem Butler. He's a 2019 4th-round pick of the Cardinals, who is 6'5", 227 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a stallion.
He's a stallion. Well, no, he's a Battlehawk. Battlecock, if you will.
Battlehawk.
Yeah, but he had a few stints in the NFL, including one in the 2020 preseason with the Eagles when they tried moving him to tight end. Then they cut him. It was after like 2 months. He quickly converted back to wide receiver, and this season he was a matchup nightmare for UFL cornerbacks and was A.J. McCarron's favorite receiver on the Battlecocks.
National champion A.J. McCarron.
Yeah. Then he worked out with the Panthers too, just like Dawood Davis, but I don't think Hakeem Butler got signed. Receiving touchdowns leader was Arlington Renegades tight end Sal Cannella, 6 receiving touchdowns. Sal Cannella is actually there's like a lot of actually pretty highly regarded receiving tight ends in the UFL. Cannella has played and shined in the USFL, XFL, and now UFL. And
His name's Salmonella.
Yeah, that's him, Salmonella. But he was also 5th in the UFL in receiving yards this season, and among all pass catchers. And he worked out with the Saints. Maybe we'll get signed. We don't know yet. As far as onto the defensive side, tackles leader. St. Louis Battlehawks linebacker Willie Harvey with 78 total tackles over the season. He signed with the Cowboys now. They're all in.
They're all in.
The sacks leader. Over 10 games, Michigan Panthers defensive end Breland Speaks had 9.5 sacks. He was also the tacos for lunch leader, tackles for loss.
Nice.
This dude had 13 tackles for lunch.
Whew.
Or tacos for
That's
lunch.
a lot of tacos for lunch.
Yeah,
Wow.
But Breland Speaks was a 2nd-round pick by the Chiefs in 2018, where he spent only 2 seasons with the team before he was cut due to his, quote, lack of scheme fit. So Breland Speaks is a 6'3", 280-pound. He's like more of a 3-4 defensive end, and that's like a position in the NFL that's disappearing because they want lighter, faster edge rushers, which is what we've seen. But over his past 2 seasons playing spring league football, Speaks led the USFL in sacks last year with 9 in 10 games, and then topped it this year in the UFL with 9.5, while adding another 13 tacos for lunch for the UFL lead in that category too. And the Panthers and Titans are, quote, showing interest in Speaks. As far as for interceptions, there wasn't a whole lot of that, despite the terrible quarterback play. The defenders must have some terrible hands as well, because there were 4 guys who tied with 3 interceptions. Battlehawks corner Cameron Kelly, Stallions safety A.J. Thomas, Roughnecks safety Markel Roby, and Panthers safety Kai Nakua. And then pass deflections, the league lead was 8, and there were 3 guys with that tie. Renegades corner Agene Harris. Roughnecks safety Markel Roby.
and Panthers safety Kai Nakua. So Kai Nakua obviously is one of the older brothers of Puka Nakua, and he probably honestly gets a lot of questions about his younger brother and is constantly in his shadow. But Kai Nakua can actually play. I didn't watch all the Michigan Panthers games this UFL season, but when I did, Kai Nakua was flying around for that defense. He's got a nose for the football, zipping around the field and always trying to make a play. He also he's kind of on the older side, so he spent time on the Browns, Ravens, Colts, 49ers, and Jets, playing very minimal roles, but Kai might have earned himself yet another chance in the NFL after this showing. So the regular season MVP was Stallions quarterback Adrian Martinez. So Martinez, like I said, he's a dual threat quarterback, but he's more of a single threat quarterback. He's not very good at throwing.
Nice. That's important.
But the thing with like spring football leagues is that offenses like struggle. It's not that the defenses are great. That's not it at all. It's just that coordinating an offense and getting everyone on the same page with like a shortened training camp and then only a 10-game season is kind of tough to do. Like we see NFL offenses struggle to kind of get off the ground at first. But Martinez is a risky playmaker who is willing to try to make the flashy plays, but he's just not great as a passer. He was ranked 7th in adjusted completion percentage, but he does try to make plays. It's just not always the best plays. But yeah, he's electric on his feet.
Adrian Risky Business Martinez.
That's him. Offensive player of the year was Battlehawks wide receiver Hakeem Butler. Defensive player of the year, Panthers defensive end Brilliant Speaks. Coach of the year was Michigan Panthers head coach Mike Nolan.
The Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers. But they didn't win.
Oh.
Yeah. Mike Nolan had been coaching in the NFL since 1987. He's had many jobs as defensive coordinators for 8 NFL teams over the years, and he was the 49ers head coach from 2005 to 2008.
He's the one that pulled his pants down.
Is he?
Is he African American? Maybe that was Mike Smith. Type in 49ers coach that pulled his pants down in the locker room.
That's
That's not him. Type in 49ers coach that pulled his pants down in the locker room. It was Mike Smith, I think, or Mike Singletary. That's who it was.
Oh, I remember that name. Yeah, Mike Singletary.
Singletary. Yeah, they're down 20-3 at halftime, and he just pulled his pants down in front of the whole team.
Yeah, he says he wanted to illustrate how badly they were playing.
They're playing like ass.
Yeah. It says here he was wearing boxers.
Or did he take a shit? You're playing like shit.
Put on the locker room floor.
That's awesome.
He had the kicker stomp it down the drain.
Yeah.
All right, you haven't kicked anything all of it. Put down the drain.
Speaking of like private parts in the locker room, I have this really funny story.
All right.
So we were Kennedy Catholic, right?
This is football. Whenever you play
basketball.
Football. Oh, basketball. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So we're Kennedy Catholic in this JV game, going to the locker room before the varsity game. Eugene comes in, drawing on the whiteboard. He draws the just the paint in the top of the key, okay? And he draws the free throw line, but he doesn't draw the 3-point line. Yep. And then he's trying to say something to us, so he makes a big circle around the 2 short corners. and me and Cameron Wade and Dwight are sitting there like trying not to die laughing. And he saw we were laughing. He's like, "What's so funny?" And so he started getting mad at us, and like 2 weeks later, we told him they drew a perfect penis on the board. It couldn't have been more perfect. It was the 2 balls, and then the shaft, and he even put the tip for the free throw line. It was hilarious.
He was in the zone. He couldn't think about what you guys are drawing.
Yeah.
No, mine's always on penises.
Yeah.
So does Cletus.
Especially a Candy Catholic.
The Catholics will get you. Watch out for those priests. They'll do the adult thing to you.
I think once you turn 14, you're fine, though. So.
What?
What?
Too old?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the Stallions were the best team in the league this year, obviously. So they also deserve to win the title, just like the Panthers did in the NHL. Their season record, as I said, was 11-1. Their only loss was actually to the San Antonio Brahmas in Week 9, and then they completely shat on the Brahmas in the championship game.
Nice.
But even though their best pass catcher was tight end Jay Sternberger, Isaac, you know where he was
He's
drafted?
Packer.
Yeah, what round?
4th?
3rd.
Oh,
Damn.
my God, 4.
3rd. Yeah, but so he only averaged. He was their top receiver.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I know that name.
And he only averaged 45.4 yards per game. But the Stallions luckily had a versatile and flashy quarterback in Adrian Martinez and the number 2 defense in the league that allowed only 16.5 points per game. So that's kind of what got them there.
To finish it off, the Rising Stars. I got 3 guys here. I got 1 on the offense, 1 on the defense, and 1 special teams guy that we all know and love. So starting out with the offense, Battlehawks running back Jacob Sailors. Jacob Sailors honestly looks like the best running back in the UFL by a wide margin, in my opinion. And the nerdy stats that I love backed it up too. Sailors was 2nd in the UFL in missed tackles forced and 1st in the UFL in yards after contact per attempt. In a league that desperately needs offense and playmaking
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, playmaking ability. Sailors showed that he has that. He signed with the Giants on a 1-year deal, who have kind of a weak running back room.
Yeah, they stink.
They stink. But this next guy's very good. Stallions. Edge. He is a stallion. His name is Don.
At edging?
Yeah, at edging, yeah.
Wow.
His name is Dondrea Tillman, and Dondrea Tillman is actually a local. He played his college ball at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. IUP, as some may call it.
ICUP.
Woo! He played there from 2016 to 2019, and he's been on the Stallions the past 3 seasons. And he has been dominant, pressuring quarterbacks like crazy all 3 seasons. So PFF credited him with pass rush grades of 90.5, 90.2, and 92.8 in 2022, 23, and 24, respectively. He's averaged 4.6 pressures per game over the past 3 seasons in the USFL and UFL. So that would put him among the top 15 edges in the NFL if he could carry those numbers over to the NFL. But it's not fair. We're not going to compare him to the NFL edges because they go up against we're talking way different galaxy. It's not even in the Milky Way, like different competition that are freaks of nature and they're good at football. So let's just compare him to some highly drafted rookies coming into the NFL from weaker college football conferences. So like Adisa Isaac, good name.
Yeah.
Out of Penn State, was a 3rd-round pick by the Ravens. In the Big Ten last season, he racked up just 2.6 pressures per game with a 73.4 pass rush grade. But honestly, the Big Ten is probably better competition than the UFL. I don't disagree with that, so that's fair. So we'll move down. So Marshawn Nealand out of Western Michigan was a 2nd-round pick by the Cowboys, a guy that Cody and I still love.
Oh, yeah.
But in the MAC last season, the Mid-Atlantic Conference,
Yep.
Nealand racked up just 3.7 pressures per game with an 84.7 pass rush grade. Now, I don't think the MAC is better competition than the UFL. I think the UFL is better, but we'll move down 1 more because Jalix Hunt out of Houston Christian was a 3rd-round pick by the Eagles in the Southland Conference last season. Yeah, the Southland. Hunt racked up just 3.7 pressures per game.
Are they in the Power 5?
Yeah. 90.2 pass rush grade. So I know that the UFL is definitely better competition than the Southland Conference, and Dondrea Tillman has put up these dominant numbers for 3 straight seasons. So
You think he deserves a shot in the NFL?
I think he definitely earned his 3-year, $2.84 million deal with the Broncos. Carson, Sean Payton knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You have another package?
The poor man hasn't ate all day. He's hungry.
Get my dinner, Cliff.
Dinner.
Hey, you know what, Carson? Cletus is off today. He should have made you dinner.
I can make you a chicken wrap.
Really?
Yeah.
Right now?
Not right now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he could. The chicken's already down there, so is the wrap.
Yeah, I have everything. I'll make you one after.
No, you should make one right now.
slap.
Actually, I got hamburgers at home.
No.
Well, to wrap it up, this is a guy that we all know and love. Michigan Panthers kicker Jake Bates. He's probably the most popular rising star in the UFL this season because we've already talked about him on this show before, and fans were calling for Bates to get signed by an NFL team all season as he made 7 field goals from 50-plus yards out, including his 64-yard game winner in Week 1. And once the UFL season ended, NFL fans' requests were finally answered, and the Lions signed Jake Bates to a 2-year, $1.98 million deal.
The Lions signed him?
The Detroit Lions signed him.
How did I hear about this?
2 years, $1.98 million.
Maybe I did.
He's in the NFL, baby.
Why wouldn't the Packers sign him? They needed 4th.
No, they got rid of what's-his-face last week, and then they signed someone this
They
week.
signed another
They need-
kicker.
yeah.
They have 3 now, but they have a 3rd different one. They still have Greg Joseph and Anders Carlson, but they cut.
They still have
Some
Anders
guy
Carlson.
named, they signed some guy named, Pud Lesney or something.
Not Pud.
Pud.
yeah.
That's a great first name.
Jake Podsney, I think, or something like that.
Pud
He's a
Lesney.
rookie. I don't know. You know what's really shitty about being a Packers fan?
Everything.
You can figure out the quarterback position, but you can't figure
That's
out the
true.
kicker position.
Their special teams coordinator, Rich Bisaccia, is the highest-paid special teams coordinator in the NFL.
He was a good fill-in head coach on the Raiders.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keem. What's that do for me now?
I was just hoping.
Okay, Matt LaFleur gets banned. And so do the other probably 8 guys ahead of him. He can be a good fill-in coach.
Yeah.
It's like a real like what the president's like
Cabinet.
yeah, like how there's the rise to being president,
Uh-huh.
and there's been movies out there where like
Designated Survivor. You
Yes,
ever seen it?
that's
Oh,
it.
that's a
I
good
think he
one.
was the 13th in line.
Yeah, he was.
Rich Bisaccia.
you're
Don't
saying
hate
there's
on
a
Rich.
chance.
Don't hate on Rich.
Brian
He's
Amagoose.
been a dog around the league for a
Sure.
while.
Listen, the
Use.
dude can't get kicker right. If we would have had a kicker last year, we would have beat the 49ers. All we needed was someone that could kick the ball somewhat straight.
Maybe you
Anders
should.
Carlson.
Dirt.
No, that guy's worse than you.
Maybe you should
Kinda
boo-hoo
looks
about
like Cletus, honestly.
your kicker
Little bit.
scouting department.
I think honestly, I think,
Yeah, I think
Cletus,
that's probably the problem.
Cletus is probably a better kicker than Anders Carlson.
No.
You don't think so?
Riding on his brother's fame.
Maybe if he takes his shoes off, but
What
not
about
with-
Justin Osborne?
No.
I'll give
That's close.
I'll give it to Cletus before Justin.
Please, he didn't even kick a 40-yard field goal.
I'd have to practice. Never kicked one before.
Without shoes, that kid can do anything.
Yeah, with those toes, you
Dig
can
them
do
toes in.
it. You go there on your bare feet and make it.
I could grab it with my toes by the tip of the ball and just fling it.
Flick that pigskin, boy.
Can you get it gripped in time
Gripped in the
before they
laces.
get there?
I'll grip it in the laces and spiral it through the
Okay,
uprights.
so it's snapped to the holder, and the holder goes like this. Anything else about the UFL?
No, that's it.
I'm just happy they're doing it 'cause it's like a minor league for the NFL,
It
and we
is,
need
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Oh, one more thing about the MLB. They need to do away with all these stupid levels in the minor league. Make it one minor league level
No.
because the draft is irrelevant. It's that they get nobody to watch the draft because you don't see these guys for
Paul
3
Skeens
years.
should've been
Ian,
up
I
there
hate to
hating.
break it to you, but no one watches MLB either.
That's true. That's because they don't have a salary cap, and it takes too long for their favorite players to get from drafted. By the time they get to the MLB, they're like 26 years old.
Usually about 25.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
they
why
were
was-
drafted at
why
like
was
20.
Paul Skeens even in the minors? Oh, it's the thing MLB does.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? This
Who
guy's-
shivs it?
Ian, no one watches MLB anyway, so like I agree with
Yeah.
your argument, but I don't give a shit.
I'm just telling you how to make money, MLB.
Well, go tell him that.
Carson, you want to talk golf, and then are we going to play the game?
real-
Which order you want to go?
it don't matter.
I like playing with Carson.
More
More
than me?
about the
Yep.
MLB. With another leadoff home run, Shohei Ohtani just broke a Dodgers record with 10 straight RBIs.
By the way,
Or 10 straight games with an RBI.
we're like pick 5 of the NBA draft. So ours in all 4.
I saw the Frenchman or whatever went
Yep.
first.
Bronny James has not been picked yet.
Oh, surprise.
Everybody's trying to find the next Luka.
Neither's Klinman or whatever from UConn.
We can do the game whenever you guys want to do the game.
Yeah, Klinman. He's not been picked yet.
Oh, really?
Nope.
So are we doing crop?
I'll do this first.
All right.
So, golf.
Golf.
We're
Golf.
doing golf here. And if you pay any attention to golf, you know that Scotty Scheffler is the name in golf right now. He has almost double the points of second place behind him. He's the quickest to 6 wins in a season since Arnold Palmer in 1962.
You mean Arnie Palmy?
Yeah,
Yummy.
The drink.
the drink, yeah.
Tasty.
One hell of a golfer that drink
Yep.
was.
And he's probably displaying the most dominant stretch that we've ever seen behind only Tiger, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say.
I saw that he's been the number one golfer for like, I think it said 60 weeks in a row. And then it was like, he only needs to do it for like 13 more years.
Yeah.
Yes, to
That's
catch
what it is.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger, yeah.
But-
He's not going to do it.
But right now, he's almost perfectly on pace with Tiger's peak season based on, like,
Wins.
yes, strokes and wins
Strokes.
and percentage of money won. And, yeah. So,
His caddy's loving it.
yeah.
Loving the strokes.
So caddies get 10% of the winnings.
It depends
and
on
then,
the course.
I know that.
most time is 10% of the winnings, and then if they don't make the cut, then they just get a flat. So they get a flat rate, and then if they make the cut, then they get 10% of the winnings.
Do they have a caddy union?
I doubt it.
Wait, how much did you say it is per tournament they're winning?
Yeah, it depends on the tournament.
Some
Okay, what's, like,
tournaments are
average?
6%, some are 12.
I mean,
It
like-
completely
like-
How
depends.
about how many
Like,
millions?
Yeah, like how many millions?
if they win the whole thing, the caddy can get upwards of like 800K. Yeah.
Damn.
I need to carry around some guy's sack.
Well, you also
I do
have
it
to
for
know
free.
stuff. You have to.
Yeah.
Read the green.
The caddies are actually smarter than the
Yeah,
golfers.
they're a lot smarter than golfers.
And they're
Please,
like,
you could be that.
and they're supposed to be experts on the course.
Yeah,
Like,
just study.
yeah, they'll show up like a week before and like study the course and study every green and figure out like the slope percent or slope grades and green speeds and
Kind of like in what's that racing called? The dirt racing. The person in the right that tells them, rally racing.
Yeah.
The guy on the right drives like multiple times and makes notes and pretty much just tells the guy what, like, the driver could pretty much drive with his eyes closed because he just does
They have
what
like
the person
a
in the right
specific
says.
way they talk. Like they'll say right 6 or like left 4 or something like that. And that all means something. Yeah. Same deal.
Wow.
Tree.
Yeah. Tree. Left.
You know where that tree is because you just hit it.
I would love to see Cletus as a caddy on the golf course.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, dumbass, you take curls right.
God, you suck!
Hey, curls right.
You want to see me drive a bomb? Okay, I missed the ball.
I say Clayton would probably miss that.
Hits 10 feet or 10 inches behind the ball and takes a big divot with a driver.
Is that coming out of my pay?
That ain't no beaver. Let me show you a beaver.
Digs a trench.
Right in the green.
You'd probably break his club trying to chase a groundhog off the course.
He just uses his
Surprisingly,
feet.
I've only broke one club, and it was while hitting the ball on the simulator.
Oh, yeah.
I have
Broke a club on a simulator?
yeah. I throw my clubs.
Was it your fault?
No, I was just swimming.
Carson, was it his
there.
fault?
No. Well, before that, it could have been because if he like hits on the shaft or something, the epoxy will get all loose. So probably, but
He was
that
also a very cheap driver.
yeah, that too. Anyway, I've broken a club before, accidentally. It broke up in the handle. For the first 3 shots before, I'm like, man, this is really clicky. And then in my backswing, boom, almost hit someone in the head. Because they were standing behind me watching. Anyways, other people who are hot right now, after being one of probably the most hated people on tour, Bryson DeChambeau is now becoming a fan favorite.
Dog.
He's now Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, because of YouTube and his fan interaction and emotion.
And TikTok.
Yeah, and TikTok, social media, really. And his game is also starting to finally come around with it. Cameron Young became the 12th golfer in PGA history to shoot a 59 in a round, and a 58 is the record, and has only ever been done once. And lastly, Ludvig Oberg is a name to remember. Only 24 years old from Sweden. He's a rookie this season after winning the Ben Hogan Award at Texas Tech twice, which is the best college golfer. And he's currently 4th in points on the season, and he got 2nd at the Masters. So he's up and coming, and I think he'll be doing big things here soon. And lastly, LIV continues to cause separation in the golfing world. And for those that don't know, LIV is not an acronym. It's just the Roman numeral for 54, because that's how many golf holes they play in a tournament, 3 rounds of 18.
Yep, 3 rounds.
So LIV is a Saudi backed by the Saudi Arabia runs it, and it's backed by
the PGA?
The oil fields.
the
Run
LIV.
live.
And it's backed by the Public Investment Fund, PIF, which is basically just oil fields.
You know how we could solve
Solid
it? This is
print.
actually Joe Biden's fault.
Could be.
We just drill our own oil.
Go on.
We don't need to buy their oil off them.
Yeah.
We sell
Yeah,
it and
but-
export it.
All the European countries are the main buyers.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
we could sell it to the. We have enough natural resources in this country that we could sell it to the Europeans.
Yeah, but if we did that, then our gas prices would go up because we'd have less than reserves, and I'd rather just have us. I'd rather just our gas prices be less and say to hell with the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this public investment fund is worth $600 billion.
If not more, probably.
Yeah.
That's what they
And
say.
because of this, LIV can give out huge contracts, but their contracts have restrictions. So, but there's also different rules in LIV, which is why people are kind of going to it because of money and like
A
on
lot
PGA.
more money.
Yeah, and on
Guaranteed.
PGA it's like very classy. You have to wear pants, blah blah blah. And LIV you can wear shorts. They're like playing music on the tee boxes. I mean, you can pretty much do whatever.
PGA
And-
needs to get off their high horse.
It's kind of like the WWE of golf. Like,
Little bit.
these guys are good. They're nice, big, and strong, but it's just a party over there.
And these big contracts that we thought other sports were bad, just recently they gave John Rahm 3 years, $300 million, and that $300 million is guaranteed with incentives that can go up to $900 million.
Oh.
So with incentives, he can
Get
be
that
getting
bag, Rahm,
$300 million a year.
And hear me out. Where do you stand on it, Carson? Because there's some like old timers that say we'll never go golf over there, or PGA loyalists, blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
it's split between the loyalists and the, pretty much the people that just want more money. I support PGA.
I prefer money. So.
Personally,
No.
I would want that money. I mean,
No.
I'm not a golfer, but I
I'm
guess I
all
can't
about
say.
PGA because there's so much tradition there and like all the loyalists and
You know what traditions
green
are
jackets.
for, Carson? To be broken.
Okay, well, the only reason that Liv is doing this is because Saudi Arabia is trying to use sports to clean their bad history of crimes and violent whatever, because they're also using WWE and the Premier League to try to
Boxing.
They call it a sports wash, which is basically just everyone focuses on the sports and they don't realize that, oh crap, this is the country that basically
Ruin the world.
Yeah, ruin the world. So
It's like Russia
no.
making a new Olympic team and calling it.
Our-
It's like Germany making good cards now. Like they just
Well,
have
Germany
good,
is the third largest economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they make amazing cars, and their economy at one point was the worst in the world.
Yeah, Volkswagen.
and then lastly, I know
So,
the last.
are you the only one that wouldn't sell out to Liv?
No, because on the PGA you already make enough money. I mean, it's nowhere near like. Okay, so you don't make that much.
No,
Scotty,
you gotta pay for your own hotels and shit.
through half the season, Scotty Scheffler, well, probably less than about halfway. Scotty Scheffler's made $27 million being elite.
Okay,
But-
cool. Yeah, Scotty
there's-
Scheffler.
But let me see what the last place
So,
person was made.
while you look that up, Carson, a couple weeks ago, Colin Coward was boohooing about this. He says PGA has had so many years to try to organize their sport. Like, you would never see LeBron James getting, like, hassled at a tournament, like going into a tournament like the Scotty Scheffler that got hassled there and he almost
That
got
was funny.
arrested.
Yeah.
Like they need to clean this up and make it a more organized sport. He basically just went on a rant about that.
Oh, really? Golf?
See, as a person who
I
doesn't
don't-
watch golf,
I don't
golf
understand
seems
why-
like the
how-
most neat sport there is. Neat and tight.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, how's he saying it's messy?
Because like, why does not Scotty Scheffler not have an escort into the golf course?
Yeah, I don't know how that whole. That
Like
was a weird, that
LeBron
was a
James
weird
gets special
situation.
escort into the stadium, or Patrick Mahomes. Or
Well, he wasn't actually in the golf course yet. He was
He
still.
was getting there.
He was like out in public on a public
He was
road.
driving.
Yeah, but he was. I think he was pulled into the.
He
golf
was right at the entrance.
Yeah. So why doesn't he have? Why doesn't these golfers have private entrances to the golf courses?
I feel like he should. He was going there before hours.
Like when
or
you're the
something,
goat,
allegedly.
you got to take care of your goats.
But he's not the goat.
I guess so,
He's
but
a current goat.
at the same time, like you want to. Maybe it's his choice to not have that because maybe he just wants to live a normal life. Like his wife just had a kid. He wanted to be at home with his kid, not worry about security being at his door waiting for him to go. And
Go in,
Oh,
shoot
they're-
a 63.
yeah, there's two sides of the story, but
There are two sides to every story. I'm just saying.
I do think they shouldn't be so strict. Like I think people should be allowed to wear shorts and
I think Liv's pushing him that way.
If you want to wear
Yeah.
no shoes, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Dude, how would Cleese compete if he had to have shoes on?
He would be on the tour.
No, I wear shoes. Rory doesn't.
yeah.
Get him on the tour.
So the last place person right now, 201st place, has made $172,000 this year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
I need to
And
get into golf.
at 100th place in the middle, 1.3 million.
It's respectable.
So that's-
more
that's
than I'll make
plenty.
in a long time.
For me, at least. I mean, maybe you're John Rahm and you want 300 million a year. I
you
don't
just
know.
have to pay for all your travel and stuff. And all
Yeah.
that. And meals and everything.
Hotels.
Yeah.
I mean, Cody does bring up a good point.
That is crazy. How
The
You don't
NFL,
need
the
more
NFL,
money.
like Patrick Mahomes never has to pay for any of his own stuff.
Well, maybe these guys don't either.
they certainly do.
You think they do?
Oh,
I have
yeah.
no clue. I
Unless
don't
they
follow
changed
golf
it
stuff.
very recently. But they certainly do. I've watched interviews with these golfers.
I'm just saying, I
They
know for a fact
certainly have to
Mahomes
pay
does
for
not
all
pay
this
for his
shit.
own hotel room.
Or his clothes, or his food, or
Or his wife.
or his brother.
Well, I know.
dad.
I know. At least in the Masters, the amateurs, there's housing on.
Amateurs,
There's housing in Augusta that they get for free. Then, like every night, there's like a fancy players tour dinner where everyone eats there at a fancy thing.
Did you learn that from the movie The Greatest Game Ever Played?
No, there's a guy on YouTube that played the Masters.
I have watched Happy Gilmore, if that counts.
It does.
I just watched it the other week.
Yeah,
Great
this
movie.
was
Still, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good putter.
Yeah, they do have to pay for their own.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're making plenty money to pay for their own
I don't
stuff.
know, that guy that only makes 100 and some thousand, you know how much those hotels
oh
would
my
cost?
God.
Yeah, he's,
Every
he
weekend?
might be
Yeah.
losing his ass.
Every weekend of the year.
He's probably only pocketing like
pay.
50K.
You got to pay to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Say you're right on that fringe. You pay somewhere 3 weekends in a row and you don't make the cut. You're out
Yeah.
so much money.
I'll
in
bet you
time.
he's only pocketing 50K.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Probably
but
doesn't have a house. He's just like paying for gas to go around the country.
They go on the road every week.
In today's economy, he could not afford a house.
yeah, but
no.
it's no different than like sprint car racing or NASCAR racing. It's like they don't get paid that much.
Yeah, but
and
you don't expect to get paid much in those sports because it's not popular.
Yeah.
Well, then don't expect to get paid a lot in golf.
Well, hold
It
on.
is popular.
NASCAR has a lot more to do with
Everyone
like,
goes.
sponsors and-
NASCAR has to do sponsors. You have team
Yeah.
membership, and like there is. The problem with NASCAR. I read this whole article about NASCAR is
Is they let
Oh,
Danica
yeah.
Patrick in.
Reading like crazy today.
They let
I just
they let
You
Danica
start
Patrick in
reading.
and ruin the sport.
if you get bored enough at certain places where you spend a lot of time at, you'll start reading articles too. But long story short, this is about a month ago I read this article. Is they're coming up with a new agreement in NASCAR, and to race in NASCAR, you have to buy a slot per se, and that price changes every couple years. So Stewart Haas Racing is shutting down the stores. So those 3 slots are going to be available, or 2 slots they have are going to be available. And the owner of NASCAR, because there's like an actual owner of NASCAR, can dictate that price. It's really messed up. There's an article on ESPN Plus. You guys should all read it.
I'm not really much for reading like you, but
I'd rather
I'm
listen
not a
to a
big reader either,
podcast
but-
like this one.
Okay, you watch a
Wow.
video.
Get informed.
I think you can also watch a video on it, but I'll send you guys the link.
I won't do anything with it.
I'll listen to Joe Rogan.
I will.
I'll send it to Cody. Someone might.
But yeah, I do agree that PGA Tour should pay him more because they are making out like bandits. But at the same time, I think you have to be good to get paid.
I mean, if you're top 100 in the world, I'd say you're pretty damn good.
Well, if you're not top, what is it? I want to say it's 72. Top 72 at the end of the year, then you don't get to keep your PGA spot. So you have to earn it back.
That's ass.
Yeah, bring your ass.
Bring gas.
That makes it so much more difficult because, like, every other individual sport, aside from, like, tennis, they usually have weight classes or, like, height classes or things like that, or everything else is, like, a team sport where there's multiple people on the field.
Positions.
Yeah. But, like, golf, you can weigh whatever, you can be as tall as whatever. It doesn't matter as long as you shoot a score. Like, it doesn't matter what you
It's
look
just a
like.
number.
It makes it a lot harder, so...
It doesn't take
and everyone in
athleticism.
the world golf.
Oh, it's called a charter to race in NASCAR,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
costs. And once you buy one, you get to keep it. But it's like buying like a
Stock.
stock kind of.
Yeah.
Last year, one of them sold for $40 million to have a charter in NASCAR.
Damn.
Jeez.
But the thing is, if you do that, you're technically buying advertising, meaning that it's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Do we have $40 million to throw away?
We don't have that much in taxes to pay, so that'd be stupid.
I don't think it's advertising.
It technically would be if you're advertising a car. You're advertising your business on the car through NASCAR.
Oh, I thought you meant to buy a spot to race.
Yeah, and the company that owns it is advertising their company.
We just need to get like sponsored tattoos on us. Like I'll get like a 322 closeouts tattoo on my ass.
No, it's only a write-off if you're the company doing it.
Damn it.
But like,
You can't get tattoos at 322 and say, no, I don't have to pay taxes. Look.
but like if the Rooney family, bought, like whenever they bought the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's not a write-off because you're buying a business outright. So it's technically you're buying a business, even though it's a part of the franchise.
All right, the USA Olympic golf roster. It's just the 4 highest Americans in points right now. Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Wyndham Clark, and Colin Morikawa. And with that, I'm done.
No, with that you're just getting started.
Oh!
We're playing with you.
Oh
yeah.
I can't wait to get played with. So
Don't sound so excited.
don't look at Keen and Cody. You guys can probably see my screen.
I won't look over. Isaac, get your
Don't worry.
board, buddy.
I
Where's
have,
the
a
other board
I have a
at?
camera set up behind you to see the answers.
I'm not looking.
You'll still find a way to lose there, Cletus.
Don't worry.
He probably will, honestly.
Highly dyslexic.
Dyslexic?
Dyslexic.
All right, so
Oh, there you go.
this is an all sports. Who's that player?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm excited for this one. I tried to make them all. Well, I tried to judge it all off the average of how much we know. So, like, football is harder, but something like hockey or UFC is going to be really easy because
Is it?
the average is, I would hope so.
Is it?
All these guys are still playing, I believe, unless I said otherwise. So, we'll start with the NFL, where we started today.
Let's go.
This guy is, yeah, you're going to want to.
What sport?
Who's getting a
NFL.
Because I just said,
Was
oh,
he
you
get
guys
a phone call?
about NASCAR.
Oh.
No,
NFL
You
first.
honestly should read it, Keen. You'll find it interesting.
What'd you say?
No, it's on mute.
So I just sent you guys a link about Stuart Haas Racing, who and about.
All right, cool.
Who are
So
we?
you guys are going to want to write this down because you aren't going to remember it all. So NFL, he's a linebacker on the Denver Broncos. He was
rad.
third in the NFL in tackles last season.
Yep.
With
I know.
177. 6'2", 240 pounds.
Sound like that white guy.
30 years old. Montana State, and he's number 49.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name?
Yeah, this is easy for Kian.
Ooh,
Isaac knows him, but he doesn't know the name. Cletus
Well, I don't
has.
even know my own girlfriend's name half the time.
You said Broncos?
Yeah.
There are 2 white linebackers.
Yeah.
on the
That's
Broncos.
rad.
Cletus has no idea, so.
Oh,
I know. I can see he has long hair, I think.
There are 2
I
white
might
linebackers
be
on the
very wrong
Broncos.
with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know he's a middle linebacker.
Well, to have that many tackles, you almost have
Yeah.
to be, yeah.
God, Lee, what the hell was his name? Did I tell you about I messed up Allie's name last week?
No.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Oh, yeah,
I
I,
didn't-
forget
I
his name religiously.
I didn't start a timer, but I think I'm going to do a minute per, so.
Yeah.
Well, we need some kind of tunes. We need to get Luke to make us some tunes that we can play during this. Actually, I'll just make some funky recording whenever I'm editing the video. On the last video, I made that. I don't know if you guys watched it, but I made that 20 minutes later. That was me.
Good
Pretty
job.
good. Pretty good.
was your voice?
That was me.
Hey, that's not copyright.
Did you guys think it was the real thing from SpongeBob?
I didn't.
I think I did, yeah.
See
I
that.
did too.
That was
What the hell was
me.
that guy's name?
Well, I think the minute's up in 5 seconds, so
Sounds
5, 4,
Oh, I could be very
3,
wrong. I feel like an idiot.
I know who you're thinking of,
2,
Cody. I think.
1. If you don't ask something down, that's a 0.
All right. You ready for my answer? Carl?
Everybody flip them around before you say it so you can't change it.
Singleton. That's who it. Alex Singleton. That's it.
Anzalone. Kian has Alex
He's
Singleton.
the other white
Cody
guy.
has Josie Joel.
I
It
have
is
John
Alex-
Jacob Ingerheimer Smith.
That's close.
That is Alex Singleton.
All right,
That's
so
who it
1
is.
point for Kian and 0 for
That's who
the.
it is.
I knew it was either him or Joel.
I think Josie Jewell's 47.
How the hell did I forget his name?
And-
I wrote down Alex Smith. I was like, I think it's Alex Smith.
And at the end of these,
Alex Smith, the quarterback.
I knew it was something close to that.
at the end of these 9 rounds of one for each sport, we're gonna have a final Jeopardy. So just keep that in mind. I'll explain it when we get
How
there.
many points is Cletus going to have by that point, Carson?
I will still have
3.
1 point whenever we get there.
All right, so
Can I answer my question, Carson?
the line is at 1.5 for Cletus.
Ah.
I know for sure if he doesn't get 1, then he deserves to be kicked off the podcast.
Bye, Cletus.
Because all you guys should have a layup because you each did a sport. So you should each, like, that's Kian's layup. Kian definitely has one more layup. Cody has a layup. Isaac probably has a okay, anyways. NBA. So you get, this is a special one. You get to write down 3 names here. And if any of those 3 names are correct, then you get the point.
What if you get all 3 points?
There's only one
There's
guy.
only one.
What if you put the guy's name 3 times?
Then I will give you, however many times you put the guy's name, I'll give
The
you.
right guy's name.
And
After
that's,
one,
that's overpowered.
After
No.
one, you get
Yeah,
half,
half
a
a
point.
Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah. So you max out at So this guy led the league in minutes played and minutes
Yeah.
per game. He's 34 years old,
Went to Villanova.
24 points per game, 4.3 rebounds per game, and 5.3 assists per game. He's listed as a power forward on ESPN and CBS, and he plays for a team that is east of the Mississippi.
I get
Wait,
out too.
the points one more time.
And your minute
20
starts
some point, like 24
now.
points a
24 points per game.
game. So I get 2 points.
If you got all 3 correct, then yes.
I just wrote his name times 3.
That's fine with me.
I need another marker.
I think this
Me
is
too.
probably way harder. Or wait, I don't know.
East of the Mississippi.
I tried to give a lot of
He's
hints.
listed at what? Power forward.
Yeah.
You said east of the Mississippi, right?
He's a skinny power forward.
To be fair, when I said he's listed as power forward on ESPN and CBS, so you guys could fact check it because I did not think he was that position either. So
I'd put him at like 2, maybe the 3.
Led
yeah,
in minutes
I saw
per game.
another website that had him listed as 2, 3, and 4, and then there was another one that had him listed as the 3. But the team that I always knew him on, he was the 2, maybe 3. 2, I'd
Like
say.
shooting guard?
Yeah.
Did you say this dude's name and age?
34. You have 5 seconds.
34. Oh.
I got no answer.
1, 0.
I got no answer.
If anyone can say the name within 2 seconds of this next hint, just scream it out. I'll give you the point. I know him as a guy who played his first 9 seasons in Canada. 1, 2,
Kawhi
nothing.
Fred Van Vliet.
No.
No.
Kyle Lowry.
I didn't write that down.
Who do you have? No, not Mikal Bridges.
I have Tyrese Halliburton.
Nope, he led the
It
league
was
in
it-
assists per game.
Pascal Siakam.
No. Right team, though. Right team for his
DeMar
Kyle
DeRozan.
Lowry.
DeMar DeRozan. I would have never thought he led the league in minutes.
That was a good one, Carson. That was a good one.
Thank you. I tried to give lots of hints, so it gave it away, but
It did.
DeMar DeRozan.
I-
Does he play on the Spurs
if-
now?
no,
He's
he
in
plays in the
Chicago.
Bulls now. I thought about
He
telling you
should
that.
play the
but-
2 or the 3.
You said Siakam's the right team. He's not on. That's not the right team.
They both started in Toronto.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
he
started
started on the right team.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the NHL. Cody, this should be a point for you, buddy. So, this guy is second in the
Good luck.
league in regular season points at 140. He plays center, number 29, 28 years old, Colorado Avalanche 2013 number 1 overall pick, and he's from Nova Scotia.
Where's he playing? Where's he play right now?
Colorado Avalanche. Second in the league in regular season points. Minute starts now.
Gotta be honest. I didn't even know Colorado Avalanche was an NHL team.
He's 28, Carson.
He's 28.
First overall pick by Colorado.
Yep, he's played at Colorado his whole career. He's the center, number 29, second in the league regular season points at 140. And he's from Nova Scotia.
Oh, the puck.
The puck.
The puck stops here. I can't even spell hockey names.
This guy has an American name.
Oh, good.
I have an answer.
Okay. Cody did mention him if you guys were paying attention.
Oh,
I figured that.
I think I might have got it. Are we doing the 3 names thing here?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
We got 5 seconds.
My marker's shot.
My name's
And that's time. All right, everybody flip them around.
I got
What does that say?
McKinnon.
I also
Okay.
write down McKinnon.
Nathan McKinnon, Cletus?
Vander Kane.
Patrick Kane.
Hey, Cletus, I'm just happy you wrote down some guy that's in hockey's name.
Did they get it right?
It is Nathan McKinnon.
Oh, yeah! Thank you, Cody.
What was, the other guy's name that was on Colorado?
Cale McCarr.
Cale McCarr, yeah.
Oh, good thing you didn't
I
say
did
that.
the 3 name thing and I went McCarr, McKinnon. Just in case.
Does anyone else have another marker?
I think all of our markers are dead.
The Dollar General dollars are running out.
Markers are down.
Damn.
There's some other marker around here. I don't know where it is though. Maybe in that cubby, please.
I'll just keep scratching McKinnon.
All right. Now on to the MLB.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this should be good.
You old timers should be able to get this one.
Yay!
Cletus has 0 chance. So this guy plays on the New York Yankees.
Ooh.
He's currently tied for 11 in home runs
Ooh.
with 18.
Ooh. He's
List-
actually on the DL right now, too.
Listed.
Derek Jeter?
No, I know it is.
Yeah, he does. Listed at 6'6", 245 pounds. 34 years old. Drafted by the Florida Marlins, who then became the Miami Marlins, where he led the NL in home runs and slugging percentage twice, and won a home run derby in 2016, beating out. Anybody know who he beat out?
2016.
Mark
Altuve?
McGuire.
No.
Altuve.
It's a trip down memory lane.
Cespedes.
Todd Frazier.
Ah,
And nowadays, all he does is probably lead the league in strikeouts and injuries while getting paid by the Yankees.
Yeah.
I think whenever he came into the
Minnesota.
league, his name was Mike.
It was.
It was Mike?
Yeah, originally it was Mike. Good job, Keenan.
Like I have a
I'm impressed.
rookie
I actually
card.
wrote that down.
I used to watch the MLB quite a bit and played MLB Power Pros. He
changed-
wasn't on there.
He
I
changed
just-
his name.
I just remember him in the home run derby on the
Meta World
Marlins.
Peace.
He changed his name.
Chad Ochocinco?
Chad, who's your mama?
Oh,
Pac-Man Jones?
He did change his name, though, Kian.
Dog.
The Grizzlies took Zach Edey at number 9.
And number 9.
Stephen Castle, or Stephon Castle, went number 4.
I gotta say,
I don't like the NBA draft because they draft so much on potential, and like all of the guys who are just absolute studs all season in college basketball, they always like drop down to the 20s.
10,
All right, Cletus, you
10
good?
seconds left.
Yep. I
All
have my
right,
name.
we're good.
The Blazers love Yukon big men. They took Donovan Clingan.
Nice.
Who's
What,
the other guy
Cody?
they took back
Yeah, I
in the
don't
day?
have an answer, so.
All right. John Carlos Stan. John Carlos Stan.
Carlos Stanton.
Kyler Murray.
I'm with that guy.
I'll have what he's having.
That's a good one, Cletus.
We just need him back for October.
The standings are currently Kean 3, Isaac 2, Cody 1. Cletus has the donut.
Was the layup already happened or not?
Nope, not Cletus' layup. Now this next one is the UFL, which is a layup for Kean. And Isaac and Cody probably have a chance. Cletus has 0 chance.
That's
So,
good. That's good. That's
This
what I was
guy
looking for.
is the quarterback of the Birmingham Stallions.
Done.
3rd in the UFL in passing yards. Don't let Isaac see your board, Kean. 3rd in the UFL in passing yards. He won UFL MVP. He's a former Detroit Lions quarterback, but he was on the roster, is what I mean by that. He never did anything. And that's all you get for hints.
What?
I hope you guys were listening. I said this guy's name quite a few times.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely got this guy's name, but don't know if it's the right name.
Did he play for anyone else in the NFL?
He was only on the Lions roster.
He's pretty young. He's like 25.
And his backup is a guy that played elsewhere.
It's not AJ McCarron.
You know, I thought about doing AJ McCarron, but then I figured that this is for the UFL, not the NFL, so I'll do someone that never did anything in the NFL.
Fair.
I think AJ McCarron was like a 6th round pick or something. This guy wasn't drafted.
This guy is a stallion. Actually, a
He
stallion.
is,
Actually,
he
it's
is,
stallion.
Yeah.
Is he the one that ran for more yards than he threw for?
I don't know if that's actually.
He ran for the most yards in the league.
I think we're good.
That's why I put down his running back boy. If his last name's Sterling.
No.
Damn.
If you get his last name, I guess I'll give it to you. You get 8 seconds. 7, 6.
Lucifer. I don't know.
Keep going.
Crop. Grinnell. Smith.
You're thinking way too American. Let's see them boards. The minute's up. Jeff
Son of
Driscoll.
a
Adrian Martinez.
Louis Perez.
Oh, he's on the
Brom.
Renegades.
Renegades. That's a good guess.
Who was it?
Adrian
Adrian.
Martinez.
Yeah, Adrian
It
Martinez.
wasn't Jeff Driscoll.
The guy who. Yeah, it was not Jeff Driscoll. He was on the Lions, though.
was.
That's the only reason I wrote down his
Kean is
name.
running away with this with 4 points.
Yeah.
Golf though.
Golf, though.
Oh no.
Let me see if Cleus can get him. He has a chance.
Ooh.
Cleus, you have an outside chance to get this guy.
Booyah.
That's something
And
you
by
haven't said
outside
very
chance,
much.
I mean you're like not even in the same county, but you're in the same state. So
But I'm driving.
this golfer is from Norway. He's currently 6th place in the PGA Tour. 26 years old. He went to Oklahoma State, and he's the 2023 FedEx Cup champion.
You said this guy's name.
He won it all last year. He went on a hot streak at the end, won 2 events in a row.
It's not the young kid you talked about earlier, was it?
He's not
I
going to
don't
say
know.
that.
Oh, the minute started.
26.
I can't even remember that kid's name.
Oh!
I'm not looking.
I wasn't looking at your answer.
Oh.
This guy,
There's so many names that's been thrown out today. I can't.
this
even
guy,
think.
I did not mention.
You didn't mention this guy's
Did
name?
not mention this guy.
So it's not that Cameron Young guy?
Nope, but he has a fun name to say.
Oh, who's that Asian guy? Was it that Asian guy?
I don't know. But this
Yeah, he's
guy,
from Norway, so he's definitely not Asian.
he's the only good golfer from Norway, and he was a stallion last year, and he was also a stallion at Oklahoma State in college. Might have won a national championship with Oklahoma State. I think he did, actually.
Oh.
That's something you never
See on TV, college golf.
Yeah.
And
Very
we haven't
rarely.
talked about him today.
15 seconds. I have not
the-
said his name.
I have the wrong name here. You've said
Okay.
it, and he
Okay,
doesn't
well-
even play for the PGA.
I did not say this guy's name, and this guy is still on the PGA.
Wrote
Yeah.
down John Daly.
John Daly's a stud.
Time is up. Let's see them boards.
Bone. I wrote down Jordan Spieth.
Nope.
Morikawa.
Nope, that's a good guess.
Yeah.
I
John
guess.
Rahm.
It is, since no one got it,
Sergey.
I'll give you another hint and another 30 seconds.
Okay.
Do you want, if I give you his first name, does anybody think they'll get it?
Maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
First name, Victor.
Nope.
Wembenyama.
It's Victor. Not Victor, but in his accent, well, he doesn't actually have an accent, but his first name's Victor, and their 30 seconds starts now.
What was the country again? Sweden?
Norway.
Oh,
Same thing.
close. Think of some Norway names.
They're neighbors,
boys.
I don't know.
I got the answer.
Victor.
Bobrovsky.
He was great last
That's
year.
Sergey.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
10 seconds. Brown hair, white.
Call it.
Got it.
It's dead.
Is it
Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz.
Salsa dance. Isaac,
I technically got it right.
did you?
Mr. Victor.
no. Mister would mean that Victor's his
That would
last
actually
name.
be Mr. Hovland.
Son of a...
I put Spectre. Victor Spectre.
That's awesome.
You said his name was fun to say.
Victor Hovland.
Victor Spectre.
Victor Hovland.
I should have.
Never heard of him. Never in my life.
Well, he
certainly
won
heard
last
of him,
year,
yeah.
yeah.
It might have breezed by my ear one time.
You mark something too.
It does.
Now we move on to UFC.
Oh boy.
The points are still Key and
should
4,
get this
Isaac 2, Cody 1, Cletus.
None.
Good luck.
The guy's gotta be from the Durga because all these guys are on there from Durga.
Cletus, you need to get this one.
I should know.
If you don't get this one, then okay.
It's
This-
probably that guy that old Khabib's training right now.
This guy, it's actually a mix of UFC and boxing.
Great.
Jake Paul.
So,
Yeah.
former UFC middleweight champion and holds the record for the longest title reign in UFC history. He switched to boxing in 2020. His nickname is the Spider.
Oh,
This is the giveaway right here. He is from Brazil. 49 years old.
This is Brazil.
He's really the only ever relevant fighter to come out of Brazil, and he's probably one of the best fighters of all time. UFC fighters.
hell, I know his name.
Yeah.
I can see his face.
Did he fight one of the Paul brothers?
Yeah,
No.
he did.
Did he fight?
that was an American that fought the.
Oh, never mind. This guy fought Conor McGregor. Right?
No, that was a boxer that fought.
Who'd this
Conor.
guy fight?
I don't know who it is.
This
to
guy-
be honest with you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That didn't start the minute.
I certainly have a guess.
I just wrote down a name that I've heard a lot.
This guy fought someone
Middleweight's
famous.
throwing me off.
It was either a Paul brother or it was Conor McGregor.
It was the Paul brother, I think, Carson.
Logan Paul.
And I think it ended in a draw.
It did. He
Yeah.
fought him in the Middle East, I think.
Probably.
I think he fought him in the Middle East.
I don't know. He went to boxing, though. And he doesn't really do much with boxing other than fight Jake Paul. Or Logan, or whichever one it is.
What the hell?
The Spider from Brazil.
I mean, Dan Sorensen's gonna kill me, and so's Moore.
the hell's his name?
You know, when I was looking at these guys, I thought they would be easy, but at the same time, if I was in your shoes, I probably wouldn't be able to think of their name on the spot.
I'm bad with. I get people's names wrong. I've known my whole life.
10 seconds if it
Does
means
do
anything.
that.
I have a Brazil fighter, but it's not right because this guy was like heavyweight.
This is like the only Brazil fighter.
no.
All right, that's
There's
time.
so many.
There's one.
This guy's like the goat of
I
UFC
just wrote down
almost.
Garcia.
Garcia,
Carson,
that's
the
a
goat
good
of
that's a good
UFC
guess.
is John Jones, dumbass.
No, this guy is the other goat.
I wrote
The
down,
other goat is GSP.
Nope, this guy's better than him.
I wrote.
No.
Yeah.
I
I
wrote
wrote Sean
down-
Strickland.
Cleus, he has the longest title reign in UFC history.
Khabib.
That doesn't
No,
matter.
he retired.
It was like
Sean Strickland's
2,900
not
days or
ready.
something.
Yeah, I know.
Who the hell? I know.
He defended his title 10 times, Cletus.
Give us another hint.
Is it Daniel Cormier?
No.
No.
I didn't think so. He's Brazilian.
Maybe this guy's before your time.
Must be.
No, definitely not.
All right, no points rewarded. Who is it?
Peoria.
Well, I'll give another hint, I guess,
Peoria,
if I can think of one.
Alex Pieta?
I could just
That's
give,
what I
He's
was-
current.
Yeah,
I could just
that's
give
what
you
I
his
was
first
thinking.
name, I guess. You want his first
Poirier?
name again?
No, I don't think so. I just think we should just call it a draw.
What's his first
we want to
name?
keep Cletus on the under at 1.5.
He has to have something to bet on Final Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or I could just not do
This
it.
guy's first name is Anderson.
Oh,
Anderson Silva. Yeah.
kick him off the panel.
Oh, just for that,
Get
Cletus
him
doesn't
off
get
the
a
tour,
point.
Doug!
That's
minus one.
I didn't think he was that good. He's definitely not the greatest Brazilian fighter.
Yes, he is!
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
not even close!
No.
He's not even
He
close.
definitely is.
Cletus,
I've actually heard of Anderson
he
Silva.
might be one of the greatest UFC fighters of all
definitely
time.
isn't.
Yes.
Definitely no.
I'll text
Yes.
someone that knows
He
more
has
than
the
me.
longest reign in UFC title history. Or UFC history. That's ridiculous. Cletus is just mad because he couldn't get him.
I know Anderson Silva. I forgot.
I wrote down Khabib.
Khabib.
Is he from Brazil?
No, he's from Russia.
Dang it.
Let's see what the survey says.
Survey says.
Huh. I look up greatest.
And John Jones comes up.
No, Anderson Silva's the first one.
No.
I just texted
John Jones
Dan,
is second.
who watches UFC pretty religiously.
GSP is third. Stipe Mykovic is
McCoy, that's the
fourth.
guy who gets trained by Khabib.
Oh, Daniel
No.
Cormier is fifth.
That's Numerov or something that gets trained by
Khabib is seventh.
Makhachev.
Makhachev, whatever. Dude, they're retarded names.
16. Anyways, we're
Anywho.
on to the next one here. NASCAR.
Okay.
So this
I
guy,
know some NASCAR.
I'd be surprised if you have to actually watch NASCAR to know him.
Don't watch it no more.
Give me Wallace.
Two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion,
Okay.
2018 and 2022.
Okay.
Drives a Ford number 22 car.
Okay.
Ford. 34 years old. Team Penske Racing.
Was he the prince that was promised when he was 18 years old and got called up because he didn't have puberty yet?
Could have been.
Stop trying to get more
What did you say
hints.
his number was?
22.
22, and how old is he?
34. Has a baby face, though.
That's right. Keen got it right.
Good for Kian. Oh, I didn't start the timer, but
I mean,
He currently still drives a Ford?
I believe so, yeah.
he raced for Penske, I think so, yeah.
He might have went to Toyota, but I'm pretty sure he's still on Ford.
I was thinking of went to Toyota. I'll put him down anyways.
Yeah. At this point, at least we're not -1 like
I think you might be right. I think he might have gone to Toyota.
If I'm thinking of the right dude, which I very well could not be.
He could have gone to
Not that
Toyota.
it matters. All the cars look the same and the engines.
Please, you got someone down?
Near
I
identical.
have a name.
All right, I'm going Joey Logano.
All right,
I as
Kian.
well, Joey Logano.
How do you guys know these names?
Nah, I was thinking of the wrong number.
I have Brad Kaludada.
Brad Keselowski, that's the guy. It was
He rode Ford. That's all
He
he did.
did, and he raced for Penske.
it was Joey Logano.
He was,
Logano was Toyota and is now Ford.
he was the prince that was promised.
Sure.
Cody, who did you write down?
Hamlin, but I was thinking of the wrong number.
Oh,
Denny.
Yeah.
Dennis.
I think he's retiring at the end of the year.
No, that's Truex.
Okay, last sport. Super/motocross.
Oh no.
This guy, Cletus has a chance here. Cody has a chance. You
I
guys,
don't know anybody.
you guys,
Tony Hawk.
fourth in 2024 Supercross. He is on Yamaha, previously on Kawasaki, number 3 bike. Second all time in 450 Supercross wins. 4-time motocross champ, 2-time Supercross champ. And if it helps you, he tore his Achilles last year or the year before.
You ain't motocross guys.
Nope.
I don't know a single name.
He was
no.
previously what?
Kawasaki.
I think I know at least
Now
one
he's
name.
Yamaha,
I
tore his
have one.
Achilles.
Travis Pastrana.
I wrote down that
He
guy.
rode
and
Suzuki.
He went to Monster Trucks.
So, Kawasaki.
I heard there was a secret chord.
Pastrami.
He's from Colorado. The day we played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya?
I'm not even wasting my time.
Yeah, I don't have a name.
Alex Caruso.
Anybody?
James Stewart.
Eli Tomac.
Oh, son of
I wrote down Travis Pastrana.
See,
That's
that was
a
a
name.
good guess.
And now we go to Final Jeopardy.
sugar.
Kian 5 points, Isaac 3, Cody 1.
I'm risking them
And
all.
Cletus -1.
Cletus -1. You can
Racing them all?
Cletus, you can risk it to get to -2.
I will risk it to get the negative
We're
2.
risking it.
So, before you guys make your bets, the category is sports around the world, fitting the episode. So there's 6 questions and you must get at least 4 correct.
Oh, I'm risking it all.
Dude, my shit don't write no more.
So the first one. The first question, I'm only going to do, we'll do 30 seconds for these ones because they're shorter.
Okay.
Sure.
So the first question, the Olympics are coming up.
They are.
coming up, huh?
How many rings are in the Olympic symbol?
Ooh. Oh.
Cletus will get this wrong.
I'll probably get it wrong.
Honestly, I'm between two numbers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got my number up.
But what you have to think... I won't give any hints.
You can barely see my number because my marker's dead.
Same.
Ah.
All right, does everybody have a number?
Sure.
Yeah. My number's
Flip
right
'em.
here.
Oh,
Isaac
mine's
has
5.
5. Kean has
5.
5. Cody has 5.
Cinco.
I have 5.
Everybody gets a point there.
We wagered, too. We talking
Well,
about
that's
what we
just
wagered?
1 out of 1. You have 5 more questions to try to get 3 more right.
Okay.
Now, the next question. The Olympics are coming up.
They are coming up, huh?
What are the
Someone told me that.
Yeah.
What are the 5 colors of the Olympic symbol? And you can only write down 5 colors. You can't just write down everyone. So you get 30 seconds to write down the 5 colors in the symbol. This is a hard one.
I can't write something down.
I don't expect you guys to get this one. But there's a chance, I guess. I'll give you a hint. White is not one of them.
Thanks, Kian.
You're welcome.
Hold on, pause it. I gotta find more.
He is buying you guys more time, single-handedly.
You got a packet. Mine's slowly getting better.
Back it like dip.
Or windmill it.
Got a pack.
Get a good marker chaw.
Ain't got none back here.
Yeah.
Got any markers?
All right,
Fresh
if you want
out.
to use them.
Well, shit. Hold on, I can lick it.
There you go.
Ah!
Oh gosh.
Check underneath your table, boys.
We do like throwing stuff on this podcast. Stuff does get lost.
I give up. You got anything written down?
Yeah. Tried.
Where's it at? I can't see
Here's a community marker for you guys.
Yay.
I just need it back to write down the points after
As
this.
long as I can read it here.
I got a marker you can use for points.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, we're waiting on Isaac, and you guys will not read off your... We'll flip them around so I can see before you read them.
I can't see.
Well, Kean's is the only one I can't see, so...
Yeah, well, I'll give them to you first. So we got, there's a B there.
Yeah.
B is for blue,
Okay.
yellow,
Okay.
orange, red, green.
Okay. Isaac has... Can you read those to me?
Yellow, red, green, blue, orange.
Okay. Cody.
Red, blue, gold. It's not yellow. Orange, green.
Okay,
We all
Cletus.
have the same colors.
So.
Yellow, red, green, blue, black.
Oh, we put a black in.
Cletus has the right answer here.
Oh, there's a, one of those.
The black, there's no orange, it is black. Cletus knows his Olympics, but he doesn't know anything else about sports.
I only know current UFC, so that's my problem.
Yeah, it's like Anderson Silva's been dominating the sport the last 20 years.
Never watched it.
So did he fight Paul or McGregor?
No, he didn't fight any of them.
Yeah, he did.
No, that was you were thinking of he's a wrestler.
Yeah, someone fought Logan Paul.
I remember someone came to boxing for Anderson Silva. No, Anderson Silva came to boxing for somebody that was only a boxer, so it was unfair.
It was not for Logan Paul.
It was not for either Pauls. And it
I'll
definitely.
find
wasn't
out
for
here in a
McGregor.
second after I ask this next question. Cletus, you have 2 points. You only need 2 more right.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
can
go
I
to-
can get a -2.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, me, Cody, and Keen are out of this.
No,
No.
it's just if you get 4 out of 6 right, then you win the Final Jeopardy.
No.
We can all be winners. So, the Olympics are coming up.
Hey, they are coming up
Yeah.
pretty soon. Huh?
What do the 5 Olympic rings stand for?
I have another marker.
Next question.
That one's
Yeah,
dog.
next question.
What?
Next question.
That was the
No.
question.
Yeah.
Next one.
Oh. Anybody have an idea?
The 5 human senses. Touch, feel, smell.
Earth, wind, and fire.
My guess was gonna be courage, determination,
The
motivation,
continents.
pubic
And
hair,
there's 7.
and sweat.
We don't
Okay.
count Africa
Okay.
or Antarctica.
Since nobody gets it, I will give you a hint. It has to do with geography.
Earth, wind, and fire.
North, south, east, west in the
Nice.
world.
7
Geography.
7.
Come on, think about what there are that's 5.
The 5 oceans.
I cannot give any more hints, but It's a little bit of a trick
No,
question.
there's 7. The 7 Seas.
Listen, Kean.
It's- okay.
We don't have to count Africa or
It's-
Antarctica if we're saying 5 continents.
Neither one of those are oceans.
It's
I'm aware it's
a
the
little bit of a
continents
trick
shit.
question. A little trick question because
But if it is oceans, we need to name them.
All right.
it has to do with land.
Oh.
Land geography, but
5
it's,
types of land.
but it's
You have
kind
water,
of
mountains,
it's a little bit of a
plains.
trick question because it's only 5 that are applicable.
Yeah, 5 continents.
Now
And
let me find out
they
who
are.
Anderson Silva fought.
See? I said 5 continents originally. We don't count Africa or Antarctica.
Oh, interesting.
All right, Carson, let's be honest here. No one's going to get this.
No, I have it.
Are you guys gonna are you guys gonna write down your guesses or
Yeah.
don't have a
Asia,
guess.
Europe, Africa, North America, South America.
okay? Isaac, what do you have?
5 senses of
5
a person.
I got nothing.
Are you gonna make a guess or
I got nothing.
Anybody? Isaac?
No.
Nope. Nothing.
5 continents.
Which were?
It's the 5 inhabitable continents.
Inhabitable.
That's basically what I was.
just-
I know. That's why I tried to
named
get you to
them.
make a guess at the end, but you wouldn't make a
But
guess.
didn't we?
I
Antarctica
name them?
and what's the other one? Australia.
Didn't I name them?
You named the 5
No,
continents.
they consider the Americas one.
Oh, so the Americas, Europe,
I need a
Asia,
marker.
Africa, Australia.
Marker.
Yeah, there you go. You just got it.
Damn. I was like, Carson must be asking me this for a reason.
All right, Cleus, you only need 1 more.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah. 5
Wow.
continents is good enough, even though you don't know your continents.
What? No, North and South are 2 different continents.
You got the
They don't know their
participation
continents.
trophy.
Okay,
They don't know.
Cleus, I'm actually going to take your point away because
Do it.
Anderson Silva fought Jake Paul
No, you didn't.
What? Really?
Your point's
Yes.
gone, Carson. Please.
in a crossover boxing match,
This is stupid.
cruiserweight. Because everybody's like, it's rigged, it was a draw, blah, blah, blah. The next question here, here's a marker back. Now, you guys have to go perfect from here on out to...
Yeah,
Get the
that'll
point.
definitely happen.
Now, this one is difficult. Kind of.
The
Not
Olympics are coming
really.
up?
So, the National Sports Act of Canada granted 2 different sports as the official sports of Canada.
Oh, I know this.
Okay.
The Olympics is coming up.
Oh, the Olympics is coming up.
One is, of course, hockey.
All right.
But what is the other one?
Oh, no.
I think I've said this before on the podcast.
Probably.
I have 2 guesses.
It's basically the land version of hockey, kind of. Yeah, I'd say.
I have a guess.
I have the answer.
The land version of hockey is soccer.
Okay, well, it's not that
The
because
version of hockey's field hockey.
because you don't wear pads in soccer. There's a little hint. You also don't wear face masks in soccer.
Carson, stop giving hints. This is easy.
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
I could be leading them astray here. Cleus.
Isaac.
No,
you
you're
saw
not.
my answer. You're
I could
changing it.
I could be.
But
I'm
you're
not
not.
changing it to that. I'm going to change it to what he's saying over there.
No, Isaac's points do not count.
I'm keeping my original answer.
How did you see my answer?
No.
No, you.
Is everybody ready?
All right, I'll vote curling.
Curling,
Lacrosse?
lacrosse.
Lacrosse is correct.
Lacrosse is correct.
All right.
Yeah, come on.
All right,
I just need
Kian.
to get the last 2 correct.
Yep, you and Cody need the last 2 correct. Cletus is locked in with -2. That a boy, Cletus.
Here we go.
At least he's good at
We
Final
did it.
Jeopardy.
He knows his Olympics.
Yeah. So, 5th question. This sport can be played indoors or outdoors. It's an easy one. It's not the sport, the question. It's so the Olympics is coming up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is, yes. And this sport this sport is known for attracting a wide range of ages and fitness levels. And it combines elements of tennis,
Oh, I know this one. Yeah.
badminton, and ping pong.
Is this in the Olympics?
What sport is it? I don't
Carson,
know.
you literally just said what the sport is, pretty much.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to make some easy.
You could have stopped. You could have stopped. Like, you didn't have to compare it to other sports.
I don't
because I've had it before.
I don't know if I would have gotten this one.
I would.
I'm going to guess
Because
the
I heard
sport
about
that Cletus ruins in my fridge.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
It's a good guess.
Does everybody have it?
Nah, pickleball.
Yeah, it's pickleball.
That is correct. Now, it all comes down to this for you two. Cletus, if anybody knows this question, it's you. So don't say it before they write down their board and turn their boards over.
And
Yes,
I
sir.
win.
Because I think you know it. So, the New Zealand All Blacks
Yep.
Yeah.
are one of the most successful teams
I
in
know
sporting
this one.
history. Since 1903, when they played their first game, they have a win percentage of 78% in nearly 600 games. What sport do they play? I had no idea.
You didn't?
Nope, not until I saw it on Dude
know
Perfect.
It because
They were on Dude Perfect.
Yeah, that's the only reason I knew it.
I only know it because one dude on Sam Monson is obsessed with this sport. 'Cause he's not from America.
Yeah, I don't even know how they're still allowed to have this team name. Probably because they're in New Zealand and not America.
They do a jig.
Sure do a jig and a little scream.
Yep.
Big scream, actually.
Beach volleyball.
The beach volleyball All Blacks. I don't know if there's any black guys on this team.
No.
Might be one or two.
No, there's a couple.
Lights.
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha.
I also wrote rugby.
That's correct. Yep. Everybody got it.
Boom.
I think Jordan Mailata might have came from this team.
Really?
think
I want to
so.
say he did. That's what I was thinking.
Probably did. Now, I don't know where we left off at.
Boxing.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
UFC.
Yeah,
with Cletus.
UFC. You can,
Do we really want to trust Cletus right now with the UFC?
no, probably not.
Well, fellas, we are 2 hours and 36 minutes into the podcast. It's a
Holy
long
I'm
one.
about to walk off the podcast.
I'll make it quick.
I got cheeseburgers waiting for me at home.
Cheeseburger.
All right, and last UFC that happened in UFC 302, there was a title fight. It was Islam Makhachev defending his belt against Diamond Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier was not expected to win, and he didn't win. It wasn't even close. He got submitted in 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the first round.
Everybody got a cap.
And Sean Strickland won. He's back to number one in middleweight. He's my favorite fighter in the UFC right
He's
now.
a dog.
That's pretty much all that matters out of 302. The most recent UFC event that happened was UFC Saudi Arabia. It didn't have a number. It wasn't really a big fight. It was just one of those fights, you know. The main fight that happened was Robert Whittaker versus Ikram. And Robert Whittaker won in a minute and 49 seconds by TKO. Robert Whittaker's a dog. The upcoming UFC fight, 303, Alex Pereira is going to defend his belt against, I knew how to say his name, Jiri Prochazka.
Ooh, nice.
Anderson Silva?
It's actually their second time fighting, and it was a good fight the first time, went down to decision. Should be close this one too, but Pereira, he's just a dog, so I have him winning. The other one's just undercards to help them. Let's see here. Fighters who are the hottest right now. Like I said, Sean Strickland, dog, number one. He should get another shot at the title. He already had the title for a while. Islam Makhachev, RA champ, defended his belt. Coached by Khabib, dog.
Oh, he's the guy. Okay.
Other guy, Robert Whittaker, just won his fight. He should also get a shot at the belt, but the problem is him and Sean Strickland are both middleweight, so it's basically just whoever Adesanya wants to fight. And yeah, pretty much. Boxing. In the past, Francis Ngannou fought Tyson Fury.
I've heard of both of those guys.
It was very stupid that Tyson Fury won because he got knocked down like 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Francis Ngannou didn't even get knocked down, and it wasn't even close. But it was like undisputed that Tyson Fury won, even though everyone else says that Ngannou won it. But then Ngannou fought again and got the shit kicked out of him because they actually had film to watch of him boxing. Best boxer right now is Canelo. If anyone knows boxing,
Canelo Alvarez.
yeah. If anyone knows boxing, they know who he is. 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. The thing about boxing, though, they pad their stats so hard. You like you'll never hear about guys, and then they'll just pop up being like 40-0 because they fight scrubs.
Like
street
like the
fights.
Pauls do.
Yeah. Another thing I have here: Arabs are taking over. They're taking over boxing.
Dang.
And golf and soccer.
The way, and I've heard there's been a lot of rumors that they're going to try to get Canelo to fight people out of his weight class just because they have screw you money. So they're just going to lay their big dick card on the table and be like, "Here's a shit ton of money. Go fight this big dude if you're really that good."
It's like that video of the big guy beating up 2 girls.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was in what country was that?
Romania?
Yeah, Romania.
Now that's something I would want to watch. That was hilarious.
They also had one where 2 little guys were fighting Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Those are
Eddie
entertaining.
Hall slept the one guy.
I'm sure those bring in money.
Awesome.
I'm sure they bring in
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the midget fights. Those bring in money somehow.
Also upcoming.
Yeah.
Upcoming
Intense.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It got delayed. Probably won't happen just because Mike is so damn old and he's having heart problems. So to hell with him.
Conor
It's not
McGregor
gonna happen. It's just a big show.
November now, though.
Yeah, it's right now. It's for November, but it's probably just gonna get canceled. in
Conor
my opinion.
McGregor broke his pinky toe.
Yeah. For the first time ever, he's dropping out of a fight. He's known for never doing it, but the person that he's fighting is like super quick, so you have to be able to step really fast and not having a pinky toe screws you, especially with Conor being a kickboxer.
He retired, right? How long has he been retired for?
He hasn't been retired. He never retired. He just never fought because he broke his leg and shit like that.
Oh,
I remember that video.
They like bulked up huge, right?
Yeah, he went on a shit ton of steroids, probably. And yeah. Then he did a movie, Roadhouse.
Oh.
What's the famous Conor?
What's his notes?
What's the famous Conor McGregor movie or quote?
Who the is this guy?
Yeah, that
That one.
that one. But I was thinking like the one that is like I something whenever I want.
The double champ does whatever the.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Because he, I think he was the first ever double champ.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, electric.
They called him Champ
I
Champ.
love it.
Champ. That's awesome.
But now there's been like 2 other double champs.
NASCAR.
NASCAR. I'll buzz through NASCAR real quick.
Back. I didn't think he was coming back.
I say water.
Refill the water.
Just in time to talk a little NASCAR real quick.
I had a tinkle.
So NASCAR is now halfway through their season. 18 out of 36 races completed. Past few winners of the past couple races are Christopher Bell just won this past weekend in the USA Today 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
That guy looks like he's 13 years old.
He does. Yeah. And then the race before that was the Iowa Corn 350 powered by ethanol at Iowa Speedway. Ryan Blaney, local, won that
Local
one.
Ryan Blaney.
Local Ryan Blaney. Then the race before that, Larson won at the Toyota / Save Mart 350 Sonoma Raceway. Top 5 in points right now. As expected, Kyle Larson. He's a dog. Kyle Larson in that Chevy number 5 is at 620.
He's representing Rick Hendrick Motorsports.
Yep. Chase Elliott in that Chevy number 9 is at also right now tied with 620.
Rick Hendrick Motorsports.
Yep. Denny Hamlin in the Toyota 11 is at 580. Martin Truex Jr. in the Toyota number 19 is at 572. And Tyler Reddick in the Toyota number 45 is at 560. Hot guys right now. At the top, as expected, is Kyle Larson. He's got 17 starts, 3 wins, 8 top 5s, 9 top 10s, 8 stage wins, and 755 laps led. Denny Hamlin has 18 starts, 3 wins, 7 top 5s, 8 top 10s, 4 stage wins, 650 laps led. He's an OG that's still doing it. And a couple up-and-comers. One is Ryan Blaney in the Ford number 12. He's got 18 starts, 1 win, 5 top 5s, 7 top 10s, 2 stage wins, and 345 laps led.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah,
Local.
brother. Local.
We're going left real fast.
Real left and real fast. Another up-and-comer, a guy that just won this past weekend, Christopher Bell. He's been kind of hot this season in the Toyota number 20 car. He's got 18 starts, 3 wins, 6 top 5s, 11 top 10s, 7 stage wins, and he's led 451 laps. He's a young guy up-and-comer. Betting favorites for this weekend. This weekend is the Ally 400 in Nashville. Betting favorites for the outright winner,
Nash Vegas.
Nash Vegas, Tennessee. And number 1 is Kyle Larson at plus 500 on FanDuel. Denny Hamlin is plus 650 on FanDuel. Truex Jr. is plus 750 on FanDuel. Betting favorites to win the Cup. The whole kit and caboodle. I think these are correct. These are all on FanDuel. Denny Hamlin is 1 at plus 400. Kyle Larson is 2 at plus 400 also. And Christopher Bell is number 3 at plus 500.
There you go, Chris.
Yeah. A couple of the bigger stories or news from the past few weeks to month. There's just some of the bigger stuff that's went on. Ryan Blaney got his first win this season. He won the Iowa Corn 350. And this year is the year that it returned to Iowa. The Cup hasn't been there in years. And so he's now won at Iowa Speedway in all 3 of the series. He's won in the Truck Series in 2012. He's won in the Xfinity Series in 2015. And then this year he's won in the Cup Series. And so now that's kind of a cool thing. He's done that. He's won all 3 series there, and also he's got like family there and everything. So it's a really cool thing for him to do. Kyle Larson, if anyone watches racing, knows that he was going to try to do the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 the same day. The Indy 500 ended up getting delayed. He chose to stay and do the Indy 500. Couldn't make it back in time to the Coca-Cola 600 to start, which normally he would be disqualified from like playoff contention or being able to get a playoff spot. The NASCAR has now granted him a like playoff exception because of that. They can do that for like injury if someone's injured and can't start the race, or illness, or a family emergency, something like that. But anyways, yeah, they now granted him playoff eligibility waiver is what it's technically called. So now, even though he missed a start of a race, he missed Coca-Cola 600, he's still eligible to be in the playoffs. Martin Truex Jr., he decided to retire from full-time Cup at the end of this year. And then I think just recently, a couple days ago, Chase Briscoe has now signed with Joe Gibbs Racing to take over the number 19 car in place of Truex Jr., more or less. That's just the biggest stuff that's happened lately around the league of NASCAR racing.
I need a chew now.
Nice job, Cody.
Yeah. I'll hop on Moto Supercross real quick. So the only really thing you need to know is, so Jet Lawrence won 450s. He's 20 years old. He's from Australia. It was his rookie season. No one really cares about 250s, but in the 250s right now, Hayden Deegan is the big name to know. They call him Danger Boy Deegan. He's the son of Brian Deegan, who's a freestyle guy in Supercross.
Oh, yeah.
Haley Deegan.
Haley
Sister.
Deegan.
Too.
Yeah.
I know Brian Regan. Funny guy.
You're right.
Hayden Deegan's riding out of his mind right now. He knows
It's crazy.
He's known to be real aggressive. He slams into guys, whatever. And then the Lawrence brothers are also big right now. Jet Lawrence just won. Hunter Lawrence is currently leading 450s in motocross. They're from Australia. Jet Lawrence has already broken a whole bunch of records and probably more to come. And what's crazy is they were born in 2003 and 2006.
Nuts.
Jet Lawrence and Hayden Deegan, and they're dominating adults already. So just an example of a record that Jet broke was, so last year he broke a 38-year-old record when he led every lap of the first 6 motos of the season
Holy
as
shit.
a 19-year-old. And then,
First 6 races of the season?
yeah, he led every lap.
How many laps is that?
insane.
It's 20 minutes
20?
plus a lap, and usually
Yeah.
it turns out to be, I don't know, probably
Wait.
about,
How
depends
is,
on how long the track is, but probably like 20.
how is he 19 if he was born in 2003?
He did that last year.
Oh, okay.
And then this year, he tied a record by winning 24 straight heat races before he crashed hard on the first lap and couldn't come back.
Clown.
Yeah, so he's dominant and he's young.
He's
So
riding that
Honda
bike.
yeah,
That's
then
what I
Hayden
thought.
Deegan is Yamaha.
Yeah.
So those are just the names to look out for. They're gonna break a whole bunch of records, I bet. And
I
Hunter
could
Lawrence.
outride him.
You could.
Yeah, Chase Sexton is also a name to know. He's young. He's on KTM.
Hell yeah. KTM.
If Jet Lawrence ever wrecks or anything, Chase is always there to pick up the scraps. And then Hunter Lawrence is good in motocross, not really so much supercross. That's all I got.
All right, let me breeze through we got one more category: competitive eating.
Yes.
This is what we're all really here for.
These are actually funny, really funny quotes. Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
He's not going to get another chance to win his 17th Nathan's hot dog eating contest this summer.
Damn guy went vegan.
Yeah. So per Steve Cuozo of the New York Post, Chestnut will not be competing in this year's 4th of July competition due to his deal to represent Impossible Foods, a plant-based hot dog brand that is a rival of Nathan's.
Sell out.
That is wrong. You gotta have them ballpark frames.
Come
You can't
on.
be having this whatever.
Joey.
Leaf dog or whatever.
Leaf dog.
Leaf dog. But Joey Chestnut and Takeru Kobayashi will face off. Kobayashi will face off in a one-on-one hot dog eating contest that will be streamed live on Netflix on Labor Day, which is September 2nd. It's titled Chestnut versus Kobayashi Unfinished Beef.
Yes.
Are those beef dogs or are they pork?
I don't know.
They better be.
What,
them
the
all beef
the
all
Impossible
beef
ones?
What's that?
The Impossible ones?
No, the ones they actually eat in competition.
I don't know. What are Nathan's?
You
Beef.
can get
A
anything.
beef?
You can get the pork dog,
That's
but the regular ones are
Turkey.
beef dog.
Man, a cat.
Venison.
But
Oh,
Kobayashi.
venison ones would sit so hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
venison. You ever actually had a venison dog?
No, but they sound good.
Sounds
That
good.
sound pretty good. But this
I
will be
want
the
a
first.
buffalo dog.
But this will be the first time that Chestnut and Kobayashi faced off since they last faced each other in
It was 15 years ago. So after losing to Kobayashi in 2005 and 2006, Joey Chestnut beat the 6-time defending champion in 2007 and then never looked back. And then Kobayashi announced his retirement just last month to focus on his health. But Kobayashi said, quote, "Retiring for me will only happen after I take him down one last time. This rivalry has been brewing for a long time. Competing against Joey live on Netflix means fans all over the world can watch me knock him out."
This is like a boxing match.
I know, it's great.
Beef.
They're gonna stand on stage with wieners in their hand and go like this.
Yep.
But
Change my mind. Joey Chestnut is the greatest athlete of all time.
He is.
I
The
love
most consistent and dominant.
If you consider
Him or
hot dog,
Phelps.
Yeah.
what's that?
Either him or
Oh.
Phelps.
I'd give it to Joey Chestnut.
He's been dominant.
Michael Phelps is pretty impressive.
No, but Joey Chestnut.
Michael Phelps has more gold medals than the country of Mexico.
They need to make
Joey
competitive
Chestnut would
eating
too
into
if it was an Olympic sport.
That's true.
They need to
I mean,
make
the Olympics are
competitive
coming up.
eating into a,
I hear.
Hey, the Olympics are coming
I
up.
heard. Olympics are
Yeah, I
coming
heard.
What did Joey Chestnut had a really funny tweet after they kicked him out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said, fellow dog munchers is the term in here. I was gutted to learn from the media that after 19 years, I'm banned from the Nathan's July 4th hot dog eating contest. Blah, 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 blah. I love celebrating America with my fans all over this great country on the 4th, and I've been training to defend my title. And then he said, to set the record straight, I do not have a contract with MLE, which is Major League Eating. They have an awesome logo, by the way. It's really funny. But this is apparently the basis on which I'm being banned. Sadly, this decision is Nathan's and the Major League Eating, which is the one they're making, and it will deprive the great fans of the holiday's usual joy and entertainment. To my fans, I love you and appreciate you. Rest assured that you'll see me again soon. Stay hungry.
Yes. We will, Joey Chestnut.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So I'm thinking a quick outro today.
yeah, that's probably
If you
better.
guys have any suggestions, feedback, or questions, like answer on the podcast, please start commenting down below or email. Jeez, I got stuck on that one. LastSportsTalk@gmail.com. All last thoughts or comments? No, you don't. Today we showed that the Olympics are coming up, so we did all sports episode. Yeah,
So I heard.
they're coming up, and Kian is the all sports champion. Cody's second. Cletus
No,
is
I really just watched football.
Cletus is not even in the same ballpark. So with that, I'm gonna hit this for a second time in a row, and we're gonna be damn it, I missed.
One more time.
I can't lie to the camera. I missed.
Hit it with the puck.
Oh shoot!
Oh, you missed it. Oh, you missed it.
Hang on, here comes the stick.
Hey!